And what is up, ladies and gentlemen and ladies? It's the same YouTube channel as always, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, making sure y'all can hear me loud and clear before we even get too deep off into this YouTube stuff. Making sure I to share it out to enough people so that everybody can see it. If anybody's interested in jumping into this conversation today or whatever we end up talking about, amen. Cool. But other than that, pretty much just a lot of chilling been going on. Other than that, I ain't really been doing too much. But trying to stay out of trouble. And it's cold as heck down here. I don't know where the rest of y'all are at. Trying to stay out of trouble. And it's cold as heck down here. I don't know where the. All right, it's playing loud and clear. Awesome. But other than that, man, everything's been doing good. Pretty much what this whole live and this video is all about today is looking back on 2022 and the expectations and what we thinking about uh 2023 is gonna be like, hopefully. It all depends on what we put off in it. 12 degrees in Dallas Fort Worth. Yeah, I gotta admit, it was cold outside. It kind of caught me off guard because it don't normally get cold like that down here. And the wind is actually moving. So shout out to all of my people up there in North Dakota. The, what is the weather up there right now? Because somebody sent me a picture. I think it was Tanker Monkey posted a picture on his YouTube channel. I was like, wow, dude. I miss it, but I don't miss it because that kind of cold up there, like it weeds out the people who are really serious about something and the ones who ain't. Doggone Law, Mississippi, 17 degrees. Williston, North Dakota, negative 23. Man, if it ever got negative 23 degrees down here, man, people will be losing their minds. Everybody was already talking about how cold it's gonna be down here. But hey, it's just part of it. It's only gonna be cold for about 2 or 3 days, and then it's going back till it's normal above freezing temperatures. So make sure you wrapped up your pipes and everything else. Keep it warm and nice. It is the holidays in which we are in. Merry Christmas to all of y'all and Happy New Year's. In case I don't see y'all, I'll be chilling out here somewhere. And shout out to all of the subscribers, Mr. Adby. Thanks for the comment. 12 degrees in Dallas Fort Worth, bro. It is what it is, man. I'm not even going outside today. So I figured I'd turn the live on for any of you truck drivers that might be driving, looking for something to watch and chill out and do and hang out for a second while y'all get on down the road. Oh yeah. Gotta put that the link thing down there for the live. Do have one special guest. I think he's gonna be joining us shortly once he gets his stuff situated. So I'll be on the lookout for him. And hold on. Let me make it, let me make sure I got this sucker. Because I know it went out. The YouTube is kind of funny when it comes to your your subscriber updates and notices and stuff. So it don't always tell people that. Even if you click on the even if you click on a notification, Exquisite One, what's up, bro? Exquisite. Hey, bro, you like a sniper, man. You be hanging down like in the bushes, man. You just wait on that right person to come up, and then you just pull the trigger. But hey, ain't no wrong with that. They never see your face. All they hear is the sound, and that's the last sound they hear. But yeah, I gotta text my guest, make sure he's got everything straight. You can chime in when you're ready. I'm gonna send you the stream yard. But pretty much, man, I ain't doing much. Talking about some of the stuff going on. As far as the rates looking, I'm looking at different options, different trailers, and a little bit of everything else. Mr. Abdi, how's the business in the oil field compared to the way it used to be? The past few months, everywhere been going down a bit. I think it's the oil and gas market stabilizing itself for a what's that word I'm looking for? For a balanced future. You know, looking at the electric market. And SoCal, what's up, Sam? I am. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for tuning in. Also, Exquisite Logistics and Mr. Abby. It's like SoCal said, he made a good point about the natural gas trucks. And they were like, hey, man, that's going to be a big thing. And, everybody was talking about that. And yeah, natural gas trucks are going to take over diesel trucks. And they kept talking about that for a long period of time. And we never saw it come. Natural gas or CNG, get was it CNG, LNG, whichever one of those. The compressed gas trucks were gonna be a thing that's gonna hang around, and electric trucks are gonna have to really push the boundaries of what we know now as far as dependability, fuel economy, because it's still fuel economy. It's the amount of miles that you get out of a charge and how much of a pull and how much weight you can pull and the variety of it. For example, can an electric truck do heavy haul? Can an electric truck do 100,000 pounds through hills, around curves? But me and another person, we brought up a great point about how we've all neglected how Google and so many other companies have done stuff without us knowing it, but they did it in plain sight. Like when you look at Google Street View, and some of you may or may not have seen the house level trucking. What's up, man? Add the street. Hey, man,
Just
can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you. Can you
Hey,
hear me?
what's up, bro? Yep.
Oh, not much. Just chilling.
Dude, I just got on the conversation. Just it came to my head, man. Um, what's your view on the on what electric trucks can do or what they might do compared to the different stuff that you've done in trucking?
Well, I mean, I haven't seen the 18 wheelers really in action, but those F-150s are pretty strong. So they got to tote the mail, and we can't just go just 400 miles. So I mean, it's got to
Yeah.
be some big batteries in there because we got to be able to go at least 500 to 600 miles before we shut down. So I mean, of course, it's an environmental thing. I don't want to get rid of my little toys, my antiques and stuff, but
Yeah.
I mean, I'm all about clean environment. As long as it can pull, what I mean, especially when you get to those hills and stuff. Anything can move on flat ground. When you get to
Well, let
those
me
hills,
ask you
and
this. Um, what would be or how would there be a trade-off between having electric vehicles versus diesel vehicles? And what I mean by that is if your diesel truck could get or can get 10 miles to the gallon, how much of an incentive would you need to go electric? What would you need out of an electric truck some to beat that kind
Well,
of fuel mileage with a semi truck
well,
pulling
you
80,000 pounds?
well even the newer trucks aren't getting that, so that's really a stretch. That's a far stretch. I've heard guys saying 7 miles per gallon.
Yeah,
So it's it's just a toss up on that, man. You got to. I mean, it's not a toss up. It's just you can't turn it down if you can get a better incentive. You know what I mean? If they're gonna give you because I got old trucks, so if they're gonna give you just that big bonus like they did when they was doing the solar and all that, I mean, you may not can duck it
yeah,
because you have to play this field. You got to play the game as it changes. And the way I see it is, I'm watching it. Like I said, I got old trucks, so I'm gonna hold on to them. I'm hold on to them as long as I can, but I'm gonna watch the market, and I may have to shed one. Just you have to shed them. And then you got to adapt. You have to what they call it. What's that word? Assimilate. You got to
yeah.
assimilate. You know what I mean? So
Assimilate into the system as the
yeah.
system is adapting to new environments and circumstances.
Yeah, and I mean, you may not want. I don't want to, but like I say, I am an environmentalist. I want the environment to be good and clean and fresh. But I do like my gas burners. Like a lot of us, I have big trucks and stuff. So I don't know if and even though your trucks, it is the sound of it as well. That's why Dodge has, if everybody that keeps up with them, is stopping the gas burning production of the Challengers and Chargers, and they're starting a electrical line. But I said that to say this is that they implemented the sound,
Yeah,
of the gas engine. So I mean, it's like a person that smokes cigarettes. So, I mean, it's you know I don't know, man. It's just they gotta have the power. And when you get
yeah.
out there and you get to going, I guess we're just like I said, you're gonna assimilate to it eventually. If they force it down your throat, you don't have no other choice.
But
Uh,
that's the thing, man. If the major car manufacturers are saying, "Hey, they because I haven't read into this too much outside of just seeing posts and listening to other people talk about it, because I don't have a dog in a fight, and ain't no point in investing too much in it unless I can invest in it to have some personal benefit out of it. Make something that that does something. Uh, but outside of that, if the major car and truck manufacturers are looking into this, and this has to be something pretty significant that they can see coming over the hill in the future, because hey, they weren't doing that with them natural gas vehicles, like the natural gas cars and trucks. It was
right.
not a big push the way these electric stuff is.
And I mean, right now, I don't know if we have an overabundance. You would think they would be pushing more for the natural gas because it burns cleaner. We have an abundance of it. Uh, so that's confusing too. But so you just have to watch them because it's kind of like that old salt versus sugar fight.
Yeah, yeah,
Where I mean, you just got to watch the government, man. I mean, because it's like that. The way they knew that sugar was bad, but they produce salt and push sugar back. So you got to watch it.
yeah,
And eventually, like I said, it's gonna all come down to the power, man. You got to be able to move this stuff, especially these. I want to see. I mean, that's good, but what about when you have to move these heavy equipments and stuff, or move these
yeah,
ships and stuff? What kind of, I mean, are you gonna be able to? Is that you're gonna be able to generate enough power to really move oversized equipment or logging? Because you say 80,000, but
plus
we're,
change
we're,
when you
we're
get into that
rarely
heavier
80,000.
stuff.
We're rarely 80,000. I mean, every now and then
Yeah,
we try to stay away from it, but we're like 78, whatever. So that's gonna be the question. Can it do the mail? Can it tote the mail? So and for how long? That's the question, before you have to charge it again. And then how long does the charging take? Because right now with these cars, um, it sounds like I think they said an hour to charge these cars. So how long is it going to take to charge a truck? Because the truck is going to have probably 4 or 5 times the batteries. We're already 4 or 5 times the weight. Well, we're more than that. $80,000, 80,000 pounds. A car is only about 3 or 4 thousand pounds. So we're about 8 times, 3 or 5 thousand pounds. We're eight
It's
times.
actually I think it's an hour if they have the fast charge, between an hour
Yeah,
or
the
30
fast
minutes and an
charge,
hour if they have
right?
the fast
Yeah,
charge. But hell, you have to be somewhere where you have that, because a relative of
exactly.
mine, they had one and they came to the house, and I was like, there's a plug outside, and they said no, you tried that plug, that plug didn't work, so they had to run an extension cord from inside the house to outside, because apparently that plug-in in the house was of a better quality pull charge than the one that was outside. And I was like, I hadn't thought about
That
that.
don't make sense because they're all tied into the same breaker box. I
Hey,
really don't
that's
because
what
and it's all
that's.
gonna be a what is housing?
Wait a minute,
12
wait a minute,
volt.
hold on, wait a minute, let me think. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they're all tied into the same
'Cause
thing. I mean, uh,
I think
it's
it's I think it's maybe some older plugs aren't as aren't as good a quality or something. I don't know. I don't know. I just know that they were running it through the window and out to the car. And I was like, oh, okay, so that's what we're doing here. But we're still in the infancy stage of this, man. This hasn't even been proven long term. This hasn't gotten to the classic car yet.
yeah, and they're trying to push it so fast. You think they will really just slow down, just put it out there slowly, slowly. But that's politics. That's where the politics come in that. And they're pushing it too fast, and then and they're not ironing out all the bugs. Which the major bug is people don't want it. You gotta work in the people who want it to the people who don't want it because like it or not, fossil fuels aren't going anywhere because it's so many things that they're not gonna. Like I was talking about earlier about the ships and stuff. There's so many things that they're not. It's going to be a while before they can be. They're having trouble with car batteries right now. So
Yeah,
just like I said, to push a ship or to push a damn train. Um, Now I know they've implemented some of it with one train or something. I can't. I'm losing track on that. I lost track on that thought. Not the thought, but that when the train that they did. But I know that they are trying to put it in all of them, but they're not. It's not going to be there right now. So they're trying to just stuff it down your throat with these vehicles. You know what I mean? When they know that it's going to be hard for them to really do these big trucks because you haven't seen them. Somebody was doing a they got a truck and they was doing a promotion. Okay, electric truck, but I haven't seen them more about it. But now, once again, how much weight are they being able to haul? Because if I'm not mistaken, the one FedEx and all them, they don't haul heavy freight. They got maybe a truckload of, this, that, and the third. You know what I mean? That's why
yeah,
they got those two double trailers. So I'm pretty sure they never probably exceed 60, 50,000 pounds, 50, 60,000 pounds. I mean, don't quote me on that, but that's just a experiment, uh, an ex, my experience, an experience guess, So,
yeah.
but that's my question. That's the only thing to go all the way back to what we were talking about. I just think that it's gonna be a while, and we want a clean environment, but
We want
and from my
balance.
yeah, we want balance. And you said the right word. I was just gonna say because from my understanding, we're not even the biggest polluters. India is, I believe, is the biggest, and then China's the second. Okay,
Hey man,
so
they making everybody's stuff.
well, yeah, but I guess we're trying to counter it some kind of way, but by taking ours to zero, but because I guess that's what I think that we're trying to counter it in a way by taking ours to zero because we can control it where we can't control them and they don't even seem to be trying to control stop those two they
Yeah.
don't care they don't China doesn't care. That's why you got to watch about that what's that fish, that sway fish, that
Yeah,
SWAI.
dude, I don't mess with that, bro. I want real
Yeah, man. I
catfish.
used to eat that fish, bro, and till I
But didn't
found
nobody
out.
know, man.
No,
Didn't
you
nobody
didn't know,
know.
'cause they don't care. They don't have EPA. They don't have the same shit that we do. The levels of security and safety, man, that we do. So,
Hey, bro, I'm gonna
uh,
tell you, when you eat when you eat Mississippi catfish, and then no, I'll tell you what, eat some of that soy catfish, then eat some Mississippi cat. No, eat the Mississippi catfish first, then eat that soy stuff after that. You'll be like, oh hell no, never again.
ugh. Well, I
This
can't. I
dude,
can't. I know catfish is better, but I can't lie. That sway is pretty good. But to know it comes from that toxic environment, and I think it even made it here. That's what's so stupid, man. And once again, the EPA, the FDA. So, I mean, and there you go. That's a whole nother argument. Um, but as far as the electronic vehicles, man, I don't see it making a big old dent. Politics, bro. What we're realizing right now, these politics, man, they kick up a lot of dust just to get your attention. Then after that, when the dust settles and nobody's paying attention, they don't move on to something else. So just look and learn, just watch.
yeah, I know, yeah, I noticed that. It's just like
Yeah.
now they're starting to. I'm not gonna bring that conversation up, but
I know, right?
they're,
Because you get
they're,
that time warp.
yeah, they're starting the normal routine of you should be concerned about, you should be worried about. I was watching the news last night, like, where's the good news in this?
Well, it's turn it off. You know me, I'm
Yep.
hooked on it, but I realize that too. I mean, because I get up in the morning, I turn the news on before I go to bed. I have to see it, especially with this Ukraine thing going on. I mean, I'm really engulfed in that.
Chandler,
Uh,
Chandler, Chandler.
I can't help it,
Ain't
bro.
nobody fixing to go jumping over there because
Oh
that's too
man,
close to Russia. Nobody's
no,
fixing to
right.
go
Well,
running
right
up over there
now,
doing nothing.
but right now they need people. We need to understand that it's important, bro. It really is. I mean, right now we're hurting. The economy is hurting, and then we're trying to, get out, evade inflation, a recession. We're trying to evade a recession, but we have to help them because if we don't help, if Ukraine does not defeat Russia, China is looking at this, and they're waiting to see because as soon if Russia would have went, promise you, bro, I'm not promise you, if you
Everybody else might as well
if
go
Russia
too.
would have
Is
went in
that's
there, if Russia would have went
exactly.
in there and in a week or whatever, like Putin was thinking, if it would have happened like that, Xi Jinping would have fucking obliterated Taiwan's immediately. Right now, he's waiting because he see all the oh damn it, NATO couldn't get it out. He sees that NATO is really backing them, and they're really standing up to him. That's why he keeps talking this shit. He knows for fucking well. Excuse my French. He knows for well that he can't use a nuke. If you use a nuke, we really need to get rid of them because it's really motherfuckers walking around. I'm cussing. We're trying to do a good thing here. It's really like somebody walking around talking about how big their thing is. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on, bro. I don't care how big your thing is. She might care. Keep it in your pants. You feel
But
me? So
Chandler,
we need
think
peace.
about it,
I'm
bro.
getting at this. We need
Go
peace,
ahead.
and that's why he's doing that because he know if he take it out, the whole world, half the world is destroyed. It'll be no good. The first time one goes off, bro, that land is done for 100 years or 200 years, and the radius is like 300 miles or something, and that's on a small scale. So that's why he can't. Um, he keeps doing that. Now,
There's a
what
lot
he
of
what,
consequences that go
bro,
along with a
bro, I
nuclear
promise
arsenal.
you. And I mean, the thing is, like you said, man, like I was saying, it is a corner point. Um, Ukraine handles like a third of the world's grain, bro. We're all intertwined in this damn this economy. And, the barter system. We all are depending on each other.
But
And
now,
the
since you
United
said
States, the
that,
problem the United States did was sending, simple and plain, sending too many damn jobs abroad. We would be more stronger here. Um,
yep,
Now, to get back to the politics now, Putin, let me say this, and you can go for what this is your show. I'm gonna go, Trump should have gave Ukraine that fucking money instead of trying to blackmail them to win a fucking election. All right, that's just number one. That's way back in like 16. Okay, back in 14 when they annexed Crimea, Obama should have went head on and just gave them everything. Then they should have been sustained because we knew that they were good people, and they needed it, you know. But anyway, come to this point right now. What was I saying about Trump? It's just I lost my train of thought on that. I'll come back to you on that because I got a point I want to make. But we need to help them because look at Iran. Iran is sending drones to help Putin. These people are looking at, they don't want, these are the kind of people, like I told someone, his name will be unnamed. Trump was like the worst person in the hood to make it. He was like a guy making it out of the hood, but the worst one, the one that would steal from his grandmother, then sell her on the street or something. You know what I mean? He's like a hood guy that would, and he doesn't care. If he would have handled COVID better, he'd still be president. That's his dumbass fault. So, but as far as the economy, we have to help them, bro. It's just it's a global thing, bro. It's cogs in a chain or a wheel, cogs in a wheel. And you know me, man. I don't want to. I go down this damn shit.
Hey
I'll
man,
get to
look,
ranting.
look. I'm the type I like to look at. I like to be neutral on a lot of stuff because when you're in neutral, you can see whether you need to go and drive or what.
Right now, bro, I don't want to cut you off. I'm gonna let you go. Right now, as sensitive as this shit is right now, I need to be neutral because these Trump people will kill you, man. These folks are nothing but fucking, they're drones. That's all they are, blind drones. You say something
But
about
then
Trump.
you had,
I
but
told you
then you're
about
gonna
he.
have the other side saying the exact same thing about the Democrats. So it's
But
gonna be
here's
it's
the difference. Here's the difference. Let me get this. Let me get a swallow of water. Here's the difference, and I say this over and over again. Republicans don't come to the hood or to wherever. Democrats come. Not only do they come, they eat chicken with you, eat your bop, eat with whatever they're hanging out. So that's why you ain't gonna track me with people like Clarence Thomas sitting up there. I
all right,
mean,
man.
take it,
Look,
bro.
listen.
I'm trying to tell
I
you.
thought I thought he was on like a show. Like I thought he was
No,
on Saturday
bro.
Night Live.
I watched that.
I really
Ronald
thought he
Reagan put
was on
him in
Saturday
there
Night
for a
Live.
purpose. He is a coon, a puppet.
Oh,
And I
dude. Like,
mean, come
hey,
on,
man,
now they
he
got
got
that lady.
CPU,
Hey,
bro.
Katanja Jackson is gonna show him how it should be done. Now that Spanish lady, she's been boxing with this dude, bro. I was finna say a different word. I caught myself. I'm getting better. She has been boxing with this guy when they going over a case or whatever. You can tell by their responses. I do a lot of, I read them or I'll see them on the news or whatever. And you can tell, man, but right now she's got some backup. But what they should do, because I looked it up, why is it 9 judges? Why shouldn't it always be an even amount of judges with one decider? You know what I'm saying? That should be fair. So when Trump did that, that's anarchy, man. And it was always in the beginning. I told somebody this. I told them this. You know, it was anarchy. This was staged from the beginning. Them people are deceitful, deceptive, evil. That ain't even. You got a group of people that may be bad, but them group of people are evil, bro. There's a distinct difference. That's all I want to say about that.
And like we were saying, we were talking about the world powers. Look at what's going on, man. There's only this one Earth, bro, and everybody's
Yeah.
got their piece. Nobody's trying to share their piece with
And
anybody
then
else.
no. And then you got people like Putin, who I remember what the USSR was about. A lot of young people might not, but I remember when it was the USSR, the United Socialist Soviet Republic.
Yeah,
But now it's Russia. And when it broke off and all that, I remember with Gorbachev, the dude with the spot on his head,
yeah.
Gorbachev, and I remember that. And the thing
Mikhail
about it, he's
Gorbachev.
trying to go back, yeah, I mean, Nikolai Gorbachev, yeah, he's trying to go back to that. And but he's losing. I really, you hear different stories in the news, but I really think that man is going crazy. I think he really is. Trump. He's a dictator. He's been. This is going to turn. This is the turning point. We got to. Zelensky came to America yesterday. We're going to send him these Patriot missiles, and it's going to turn the tails, man. And if anything, we have to help people. I mean, you got to fucking be a good person. You know what I mean? You can't just stand there and watch them people get ran over. And we're supposed to be like NATO. We're supposed to be the big brother. America can't do it all, but we're supposed to be the big brother of the world. You know what I mean? We're supposed to be the good eye. That's why when Trump came along, he just showed all the shit that was, he just exposed it. He let all the pipes loose. You know what I mean? Which is a good thing because now we see the dirt. So now it's time to clean it up. So you
We've
can't hide.
always
They ain't
known
hiding no more.
we've always known the dirt's been there, man. We've always
Yeah.
known
Oh
it. It
yeah.
was just kind of
Bruh, listen.
we were all cool with it.
It's a parable in the Bible. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna read it, but this is the gist of it. Jesus cast out these demons out of these people, and they put them in the dogs, and the dogs they couldn't stay still. They had to, and they ran, they jumped off. And see, that's what's now that racism and that hate in them people. That's one thing I like that Trump did. He put a light on them. That's why they get the wiggling. They can't stand still. Like he who shall not be named, bruh. See, it was inevitable, my dude. I said, man, Trump said this. What? Who? What? Who? What? This is he who shall not be named. You know who this is, but I ain't telling them who this is. I promise you. Obsessed, bro. And that was scary and spooky to me. I'm like, these people, one man, bro. One man. These people would cut your throat. They jumped on them police. They crushed that man in the door. You seen it. But
But
will they turn away and do what's right? No. That's demonic, man. That is sinister.
you can't be distracted by that. Because
Because somebody
a lot
said,
of
he
people
who
don't
shall not be
realize
named. Go ahead. No, no, no.
a lot of
Finish.
people don't realize what else was going on when that happened. What they were getting ready to vote for, what they were doing in there. And we fall for that a lot of times. We fall for the hey, look over here while this right here is
That's
going
it.
on.
There you go.
And
There you
I'm
go.
saying
Now,
that
this is a
from
dim.
both sides though. I'm not saying
Yeah,
that
that's what I was going to say.
from the side of I'm I'm saying it on both sides, whether it's Democratic or Republican, whether it's conservative or it's liberal.
If you find a politician that will answer a question, yes or no, and not put no other bullshit around it, vote for that motherfucker. Because the
Yeah,
rest of them, you'll ask
I
them a
get it. I
question.
get it.
You'll ask them a question, and now I'm Democratic. I'm probably going to switch to independent because I got my reasons, but I don't know.
Man,
It'll be the first time. It'll be hard for me to vote. But anyway, my thing
Chandler, you
is
cast
that,
your vote of support for who best represents your
but
interests.
they're
And you may
not.
have to look
But I
you may have to
find that
look to
most
somebody.
Republicans do what we're saying. When you ask them a question, instead of them saying, yes, I did this, or no, I didn't do this, or yes, that's the way it was, or no, that's the way it wasn't. They'll be like, well, the circumvent of the elliptical that went around the
But
spirits.
when you
You
do
you
that,
you
bro,
been
you have to
forgot
put
what you
yourself
asked them,
you ha- you have
what
to
you were
put
asking, the
yourself
question.
you
Forgot
have
the
to
question
put
you asked.
yourself in that position. That's why you have lawyers to tell you what to say.
No, you're talking about when you're out there and you got these people on the spot. Now here's the prime example of what is going on right now. These see people listening. It's a good thing, brother. Blessed time. I wish we would have held all of the houses because Joe Biden is a good man. That's how you have to be a good leader. You have to be a good man, and you have to be a good follower. Number one, to be a good leader. He wanted to be president, but he took the vice presidency. Even all the experience he had way above Obama, and he took that. Now he's in a position, and a lot of people see that. And he's talking directly to you. Oh, Sleepy Joe, all that bullshit Trump was talking about. That man is wide the fucking awoke. He might move a little slow, but he's pretty sharp. You know what I'm saying? So um, right now, bro, those Republicans. Here where I was going. I don't want to drift off. Those Republicans. They talk to these people. J, 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 they talk to these people about, oh, we're gonna deal with inflation. Oh, it's bad. Oh yeah, it's Biden's fault. Yeah, inflation. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But soon as they got in there and they won the House, as soon as they won the House, what's the first fucking thing they said? Tell me.
I don't know.
Right now. This is going on right now.
Oh, I
And it
have no
wasn't
idea.
about inflation. Oh, they talking about Hunter Biden, Joe Biden's
Oh,
son. About hunting him down, about some
Chandler,
fucking shit he did. Who
that's
gives
the
a
swing
motherfucker
between
that?
the
What does
two.
that got to do with our goddamn inflation? That's how
Chandler,
deceptive
that's the
and devious
swing
these fuckers
between
are.
the two.
You ain't gonna ever make me be a Republican. The only people who I like is Kasich. I like Kasich a lot. I've listened to him over and over again. I don't. I have to really go down the list. He's the only one, so I don't know. I better stay Democrat and just take the good with the bad. Because there's only about one of them I'd vote for, and I've never voted Republican, never. But I'd vote for Casey. I'd vote for him. I like him.
Hey
He's a
man, when you
man's
going
man. He's a
when you
people's man.
hey, I
Go
got
ahead.
a
I'm listening.
question. I hate to ask you this. I'm
Oh
afraid of the
God.
answer that might come out. You gonna run for
Ah,
mayor apprentice?
bruh, bruh.
I mean, I had to watch for a minute. I had to warm you up before I said that. I said, "What you about to
Hey man, listen. It would be an honor,
say?"
but these niggas will kill me. Hey, I shouldn't have said that. I said, cause I be trying to do something right around here. I mess up the status quo. No, they get rid of me. I'm sorry, America. I'm sorry, America, for using the N word. But you know, even though I'm trying, you can't, bruh. Did you see what they did to Martin Luther King?
Hey, bro. I mean, they be waiting
Hey,
you ride through Bassville. That'll be it.
yeah,
That'll
there you
be
go.
it. You go down that little hill right there.
Talking about we need better roads.
Oh
And
man.
more books in the school. That one book is good enough. Hey man, that
Oh
would be. I
man.
would. I would. Bro, it's funny you said that. I would love to. Of course, it would be an honor, and I would have to. I'd have to make my mama proud, man. So I got to do right, So that'd be
Man, look
great.
at it. Look at it. Look at it this way, man. As we're all getting older, everybody should run for some form of office of some kind,
Yes,
at least
yes.
once. And I'm
At
I'm
least
saying it
listen.
to
No, 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 no.
I'm
That ain't even
I'm
the
I'm I'm
least, bro.
I'm
The
saying that
minute
to
it be
everybody.
involved, be
Yeah,
involved
yeah.
in it. Be
And I've
involved
started
in it.
doing that.
Stop
Started like
not knowing, and I'm part of that. Not knowing everyone that's on that ballot
and
visually.
also Chandler. Have you been to a city council meeting?
No, no, sir. No, I have
Oh,
not. That's my fault.
I
I
went
wanted to
to
go. Listen, 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 listen. I
yeah.
asked them about it, and I swear to God, my right hand to God, they make it seem like it's some kind of society. And I kid you not. I swear to God, dude, because I had issues. Oh, wait, what? Wait, what? Oh, this when I had the land, not this land, it was another one way back in the day.
Yeah.
But when I called them, I said, "Hey, well, I want to do this." And so, well, you got to schedule an appointment to sit with the board of supervisors, and the board of supervisors pretty much they run the fucking county, right?
Yeah.
So I said, "Well, okay, all right, I'll do that." Well, it's such and such is next month. I missed it. It's a month. It's like every first Tuesday of the month.
Yeah.
So I said, well, okay, I tell you what. The next time I called, she said, oh, we done had it. I missed it. She said, oh, we done had it. That's when I called. I said, see, we done had it. I said, well, when they gonna have it again? Because I just want to come in and sit in. Oh, well, you really have to make an appointment. You can't just sit. She said, I'm pretty sure I'm remembering this verbatim. But she said, you can't just sit in. How the fuck I can't sit in on the thing where I pay property taxes? I'm gonna go down there again. You made up a valid point. Because when I
Before
start
you
doing
do,
what I'm the
before you
beginning
do,
of the year,
go go to
go
their
ahead.
go to their website. Go to the City Apprentice website. See if it's listed on there.
I sure
The
shall
this
because
was this was I think me and you talked about this when I was up there when the lady started telling me about other stuff that I didn't know was going on in the city law. And I was like, oh hell, I need to start coming to these meetings because
yeah,
she told
bro.
me that she told me that about them three things that were already they had already been proposed and the city had already said yes to them. And I'm like, don't nobody know about this because when you drive past these buildings, don't nobody know what that is. I was like, damn. So y'all just be up in here, cause I don't know what I did with it. Like I got the itinerary for this past one they had this Tuesday. I went to it, but I got there a little bit late and they were finishing up. But the one in Laurel, it's recorded like they videotape it. Now the one in Prentice, I don't know if they do that. It's different depending on where you go. But just sit in on some of that stuff. And
Hmm.
cause bro, when you go down to your courthouse in Prentice, if it's anything like the one in Law, you'll notice there's a different in demographic. So it's really important that you and me go down there and go learn some stuff,
Yeah,
listen to some
yeah.
stuff.
Because I promise you, I haven't been, and the way I talked about it earlier, um, I should have pursued it more, but I got to work and been on the road and all. But I am gonna go back down there. I mean, you brought up a very valid point that everyone should do, man. Go down there, and me, I need to, because like I said, I'm a conspiracy theorist, and when she said it like that, I immediately, was like, it sounds like you're trying to deter me from coming to this thing. You know what I mean? And why is it not just? Why I got to make an appointment to see the supervisors that run my town? My town. But I'm gonna look into that, man, and we really do, bro, because because we have to be part of this, man. We can't have a blind eye to these people that are so pivotally important in the daily functions of our life, day-to-day life. We need to know
Hey,
what these fuckers are doing because we need our roads. You see this road, you know what I mean? Need our roads
hey,
repaved,
bro, it
and
ain't
that
Jackson.
road ain't been done for 10 years, about
It
five,
ain't
6 years.
it ain't Jackson. It ain't Jackson.
But that's a see
Hey,
that. Let me tell you something. Hold on. No,
wait,
no.
wait, wait,
You
wait,
said
wait,
something
wait,
then.
wait, wait,
Wait a
wait.
minute. Wait a minute.
Hey, wait,
I
cause I gotta
think.
bring something up, man. I
Go
gotta
ahead.
bring something up about Jackson. Um, because people are talking about Jackson now in the news like it's new. And bro, what's
But
going
it's
on in Jackson?
old.
Yeah, it's over a decade and a half.
But what's
Oh, this
coming
stuff was
to the
going on in
light? I'm
Jackson
gonna
like
tell you
oh five.
what's coming to the light. See, they trying to put that on the mayors and all that. You remember, old boy was, but it's them. It's the governor not releasing the funds. That Jackson is the capital. How in the
Yeah.
hell is the capital of this state having problems? They've been trying to make it as if it was what was the last night? This guy name is Chunque Lumumba.
Oh yeah,
Lumumba.
yeah, yeah,
The last
yeah.
guy was he ended up trying to run for governor and he didn't make it. I can't remember his name,
I
but
know what you're
it's
talking
it's
about.
down. It's down. That's when you start doing the racial divide, and that's where I say that the United States should send some folks over here to investigate our voting practices, Mississippi's voting practices, and see what's going on over here. Because I think it's a lot of flip flamming and shenanigans going on. Then they're gonna try to blame it on them. No, it's the governor's fault. And if he win again, it's something in there, something in the works, because they didn't release the funds when they did the
No, they did. The funds just didn't go. Hey,
they
you
didn't
remember
get there to
when
Jackson, bro. I'm telling you now, they didn't get there to
it was the
Jackson.
same thing
Oh,
that
they
happened
were.
in Hattiesburg. The same thing that
What
happened in
happened over
Hattiesburg
there?
when uh when they had the problems in Hattiesburg, and it was something with they kept have they kept having cave-ins of like the water lines. All
All
right,
right.
the company that they contracted. Now this is stupid. This is outright stupid. The company that they contracted said, "Hey, y'all only contracted to pay us to replace the water meters. It's not
Right.
in our contract to replace the pipes underneath the ground." And they were like, "Wait a minute, we paid y'all $90 million
But
to replace
okay, go
some
ahead, cause I'm
meters."
listening.
This
It's
was
it's
this was in the news, and bro, I couldn't help but laugh. And I'm like,
who? Where did the contractors come from? Who? Who? See, that's. Go ahead, cause I want to finish what you're saying. But that's what I was saying.
knowing
Who
knowing what's going on
is covered
as
up money,
far
man? And I
as
don't want to
far as
get
the
into that too much.
people.
'Cause I get to talking. Go ahead.
But hey, knowing what's going on as far as the people in the state of Mississippi or whatever state that you're in that you're watching, and also those same people are in positions of power, or some people similar to them are in positions of power in that local government,
They're
and they
gonna
can be
have
flim
to.
flam. Hey, just like
Yeah.
when Ellisville paid $1 million for a guy that he was supposed to be renovating. The company was supposed to be renovating one of the downtown buildings because the roof had collapsed and it was leaking. And the guy said, "Hey, this contract says I'm only supposed to fix the roof," and he
Hmm.
fixed the roof. That's all he did. He didn't fix none of the struts, the braces, the none of that stuff. He only fixed the roof and walked off with their money.
Okay, so now if that's the case, because why they're bickering between the governor's office and the mayor's office, Jackson mayor's office. Now, I understand that. I remember seeing that as a report on that on TV up until that point. But my question is, it's been going on a long time. Why? And we've been through. That's why I said it. We've been through two different mayors. All right. And where is that money? Okay, you said. Let me get this right. If he was only told to fix this spot, but they know that everything, all this other stuff was supposed to be fixed, who gave him the directory or the money? I mean, basically, who paid him to fix this? He said, "Well, I can only fix this for this amount." So where did that money go to? Who sent them there? Now, I feel like it's more of a conspiracy there, you know. And this is my opinion, and you may know a little bit more direct facts than of course, opinion. It's just that I think that they were not shadowing the money. They're stealing the money, man. Or it wasn't in the cards to do it. They sent him. If he wasn't a part of the scheme, he was just sent there just to fix that and then leave and not tell nobody else. You know what I'm saying? Or
Look,
you know, the little
look at the
scenario.
roads. Look at the roads in Mississippi. Don't that look like somebody stealing money?
Bruh, Jackson roads are worse than New Orleans roads. I mean, so what's going on? That's what I want to know. You know,
Somebody's stealing
but
money.
who is it? What level? Where's the money come from? I'm thinking it's coming from the governor's office. It
It's it
cannot be coming from the mayor. It can't.
it's
They
coming
embezzle
from
too. They embezzle too. But for it to have been going on and on, but you would think it would have been bullhorns going on. So hey, everybody might
it's
need to be
coming
wiped out there
from
and start
wherever
over.
anybody ain't looking. It's like this guy has it was like an old special from like the 70s or something. And the guy was talking about um it wasn't social security, it was like food stamps and disability aid, pretty much government aid. And they were saying how $100 million in government aid, by the time it actually gets to the person it's supposed to be getting to, it's around $1,000. By the
Hmm.
time it goes through all those hands. Now apply that to Mississippi. Mississippi gets some money. Mississippi gets $100 million. By the time that $100 million goes through your
We
board
need.
of blank
No,
blank 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 blank, and on
I,
down the line, that hundred
I,
million then went from that 100 million to $1 million, and then nobody fixed the roads.
they'll find out because I mean it's right now that the lid done come off of it, especially with that money, the millions that they took to build that thing over there, that damn volleyball court. So it's gonna come out now.
Volleyball court.
The scab is yeah, a
Oh
volleyball court
yeah,
at
yeah, that was
USM.
stupid.
Brett
Don't
Favre,
nobody even
yeah.
play volleyball like that.
And I mean that's $5 million. And I mean, well, I think it was $5 million plus. And all he posted in all he paid back was some speeches he didn't do, but he's still involved in the Bryant. That's it, Phil Bryant, the
Okay,
last governor.
here's the thing. People like people were getting mad at Brett Favre, like Brett Favre did something. Brett Favre didn't do anything. Brett Favre
Well,
just
not
accepted some money.
well,
He didn't
yeah,
steal nothing.
yeah, but you had to know that he. Well, okay, they showed the Texas or they played the whatever. He was just asking for the money, so evidently Phil Bryant is the one that took it from the
Like,
welfare
yeah,
fund.
buddy, yeah,
So I mean, but
you know
now,
people, I know
but now
people,
it's going.
sure.
Well,
Just
with
sign
that
a
being
couple
said,
autographs and we good. They didn't know anybody was gonna come looking
well, that's to be
until
told. That's to be told. We know Phil Bryant gave him the money. We know where the money came from. Well, now the next thing is for them to put the case together and to prove if he knew. Because this conversations, man, he might have had on their text or something.
Yeah, but hey,
Yeah,
hey,
man,
it don't
where
work
we gonna
one.
get this money from? I need that money.
It
Well,
doesn't
we got some
it,
money sitting around in the welfare fund. It's been there for a few
it
years, and
doesn't
Mike could use
work
that.
one
And if
way.
he if they're on the phone together and they got that, he's in there. It don't
No,
matter. It
no,
does. It does. He's
no.
part of it
Look
because he
at it.
agreed. It's still it's a cyber. It's a, not a it's a fraud. He agreed. He was on the phone because he knew somebody was on the fraud. Somebody was going to commit
Boss
fraud,
level
i.e.
trucking. The
the
only
Phil
people,
Bryant.
the only person they can go after is Phil Bryant if his name is
If
attached to
he was
anything.
on there, yeah, but right now, dude, I'm telling you that conspiracy thing, that RICO Act. Once you get up to a certain amount of money and a certain level of crime, but in
What can they
enough
pin to Brett
parties
Favre?
together,
What can they pin to
fraud,
Brett
and I
Favre?
mean embezzlement,
Wasn't
conspiracy to
he didn't
embezzle.
have any money to embezzle. He accepted
He
money from
that
his
he knew
state.
someone else embezzled it. He knew Phil
No, no,
Brown
no, no, no,
if
no,
they can
no.
prove that. I don't know that. If they can prove,
Exactly.
that's what I'm trying. That's what I was just telling you. If he's on the phone, if me and you on the phone like now, and I'm like, yeah, Jerry, man, I'm finna go hit this bank up, bro. I mean, what I'm saying, I'm gonna go over there about 3 o'clock tomorrow. What I'm saying, I'm handling my thing, and
Okay, yeah, sure.
I need to borrow your ride. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, I ain't asked you to come with me. I just said I need to borrow your ride. Either way, I'm just throwing conversation in there. But you knew about it.
No, you can't borrow my ride.
You
It was
know what I'm
one thing
saying?
you
But
were
I'm
like,
saying
"Hey
you
man,
knew
I'm supposed to
about
go
it.
over here to the bank real quick. Can I borrow your car?"
Listen,
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
saying you
But
knew.
when you put,
Yeah,
I'm fixing to go rob the
yeah. But
bank
that's
and let me borrow your car. Nah, nah,
and
nah,
that's the
yeah, no,
thing.
it ain't gonna
If
work.
they catch him, because they got all them, the text messages and the phone conversations, whatever. If they got him anywhere saying that, bro, so bam, boom, bam, his ass is done. And they ain't gonna say nothing until the case is over, until they go to trial.
Hey,
That's why I say as much
Sam,
shit as these. Damn, I was finna go down
uh,
that road. It should be more
Sam, I
African
am.
American lawyers. We really should be. As much shit as we've been through in this
Sam,
system, huh?
uh, Sam, I am says, from what
To,
I've
to
heard,
be
it sounded
quiet.
like, huh?
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. I'm just talking
I
shit.
was saying Sam I am in the comments says from what I've heard, sounded like Favre was making promises that he wanted the taxpayers to write the check. Okay, and Favre was trying to get the government officials to pay for certain projects with money that was for other projects. Yeah, man, that's what they do down here.
That's
That ain't
from,
nothing new.
bro. And that's the thing, man. Listen,
Welcome to the South, homie.
that's it, bro. It's dirty, dirty. It ain't. They don't call it the dirty South for nothing. You know what I
And
mean?
that's what's tripping me out. Like people on the news talking about it, like what y'all didn't know that went on down here? It's been going on down here since forever.
Hey, bro. Listen, I'm just.
I think sometimes they just run out of stuff on the news and they go looking around and see. All right, nobody's been talking about nothing going over here for a while.
Yeah, but
Hey, what's your thoughts on Deion Sanders?
um, fucked up. But I can't. I gotta understand the man because we wanted him to stay at Jackson State,
At
and what
least
he
eight
wanted, and
years.
what
I just wanted
I
him to
wouldn't have
do eight
even gave the
years.
man 8 years. You said he was there too. I was thinking I didn't even think he was there that long. But bruh, he could have. But he got to, it's prime time. It's Neon. I mean, we all see him. It must be the money. The nigga got a song. I mean, you know, uh,
Cause I'm trying to look it up
it
right now. How
hurts,
long
but I can't be
was
mad with him, bro. And they offered him how many? I mean, 2 years, $5 million. What is
it's five
Jackson
million
State
dollars
paying
a
him? That's
year.
what ain't
I think
nobody
it's a
tell.
four
That's what I
million
need to know. What was Jackson
a
State
4 year
paying
deal.
him?
They
Because
wasn't paying him that.
I'm in my mind, Jackson State probably wasn't paying the man $1 million a year.
No.
That's in my
Like
mind, and I mean,
dude,
yeah.
where was Jackson State gonna get $1 million a year from?
If
Have
he
you
would have
been near
stayed, they
Jackson
probably could
State?
have done it. I'm just
Have
saying,
you
bro.
been
But
near
he
Have
can't
you
stay
driven
there.
near Jackson
I
State?
know. Yeah, I
You know
I
where
went.
Jackson State is?
I ain't go. Yeah.
Have you driven around that campus?
Yes.
You looked
Yes,
across
I
the
have.
street?
Yes. Yes, I have.
Hey, this is a different ball game over there, bro.
Terrible.
To
This is
the
ghetto. But
to
what
the
we gonna do, bro? We gotta save ourselves. We gotta save ourselves, and that's one thing They
he
should have.
okay,
They
look,
should.
look,
He
let
should
me
have.
let me
He not. He didn't should have stayed. I ain't gonna say he didn't should have stayed. I ain't gonna say he should have stayed, man. because he business wise. But he, I mean, well, I ain't gonna say he should have stayed. What is it? Sentimentally or whatever, however you want to use the word, but he should have stayed there and made a contract to where he'd have got his on the end. You know what I'm saying? Even if he left, say, hey man, stay here 5 years and do what you do. We're doing good. You got us winning, bro. We should get to TV in 2 years. Continuous TV slots, man, like Ole Miss and all that. You know what I mean? And once we get there, we'll pay you the money up. Or if we don't make it by them 5 years and you have to leave after them 5 years, you will have already have put us on the map in such a way that we will have a brand equal to some of the other colleges. Then you can go and we may still have to pay you for that last year. We may have to bite that bullet. He could have done that, bro. See, I think of it always in a business standpoint. Every time I talk, you have to think about the person on the other side. You can't sit there. Oh, nigga, you damn. Oh God, I gotta stop. Oh
Yeah,
man,
you
you
do,
making
bro.
this money? I know,
you
bro, but
you
it
gonna let
ain't.
it
I gotta
slide
realize it
when
ain't just
you
me and you
go to
talking.
work.
I know, and I will. I'll try. I know. Anyway, but he has to be. You can't be mad with the man for the money. I lost track when I was cussing, but I just saying the word. Anyway, I think I realized it ain't me and you, but that's what I would have said. At least stay there 5 years, man. Somebody in that office should have been like, listen, we got a gold mine here, bro.
Yep.
We know you are worth more than this, but here's what we can do. And they probably did it, but they should have beefed it up. I mean, I ain't saying make no promise you can't keep, but like I said, if they got to a point after 2 years, maybe they didn't make a bowl game, they didn't get that, blah blah blah. They could have said, well, exit strategy. Hey man, you can leave, and we'll just owe you a 500,000 or something. We'll just get that to you for that 5th year, and you can go. It could have been done, bro. So I don't know what happened in there, and evidently somebody didn't care enough about Jackson to really make a deal. But that's one thing
Well,
with Donald Trump, the art of the deal. You can make a deal, man.
let's look at it this way. This is my personal perspective and what I thought. And Sam I am says I heard it was 500,000, but he took less because this is what somebody was telling me. He The offer was like 500,000, and he gave back 300,000 of it.
Mm.
Now, my
So
perspective
go ahead, cause
in
I got something to say.
my my perspective in hearing that piece of information was okay. He already knew he had money and had money coming in from other stuff. So
Well,
that's
then
five hundred
sit your ass
thousand.
down for two,
No,
three more
no,
years,
they
man,
no, no.
and
But
take
if
and take. That's why I don't
no,
understand.
you're looking at it from
No, I'm
our
not, because
perspective.
listen, no, no,
From
no.
Deion
If he gave
Sanders,
back the money,
wait,
no, no.
wait, hold on. From Deion Sanders' perspective, he was good before he ever came here.
So
He
why
wanted
come
to
there
get into
if you
college
wanna?
football. His
He
goal
wanted
was
to
to
go to
go
Florida.
somewhere, and he found somewhere that he could go. Now,
Not Stephen A.
also,
Not Stephen
also,
A. What's your boy name?
Shannon Sharp
Skip.
or
Skip Shannon. Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp said that I think he applied for Auburn. They turned him down, and then maybe both of them, Florida State, where he his alma mater, and Auburn, like I said. So I cut
he
you off, but I
wasn't
got to say
going
this.
to
I gotta
be.
say this. See, you talking. See, it ain't the money. So why did you leave, bro? Why you gonna come here, make this stunt, and talking about, oh, they offered me 500,000, I'm gonna
You
give
know
back three.
why?
Well, you should have stayed there 2, 3 more years, bro.
No, you
Invested
know why?
in
You just said it. It's because it's about prime time. It's
I
about
know,
enlarging
but
his
if
brand,
you
and that's what he
so
did.
yeah, so
He did
the
it on the
initial
backs
question you
of
asked me
Jackson
was, what did
State.
I think about it? So in light of what you just told me, I think that was shitty.
Now, people from the outside, they don't see it that way, but we see it that way because being from Mississippi, I look at it as it could have been a great opportunity for him to help not only just Jackson State, but also other
The
HBCU
community, the
colleges.
whole thing. He would have brought so much
Exactly.
of a light because,
Exactly. But
bruh,
if he
listen.
was in it for himself from the very beginning, it makes sense why he gave a percentage of the money back. He knew he was leaving anyway.
So, and that's the thing, man. He was on TV that time. Oh, it was a family. Oh man, that's how we are. We was a family, nigga. How you? Oh, here we go again. Bro, how you leave your family, like that? You know what I'm saying? And you propped them up, man. They was already on the leg. What was Jackson State record before that? Please, somebody help me. You
Nobody
know,
knew what Jackson State was because they didn't come on
he
TV.
come in there, you got the skills to pay the bills, bro. You turn these people around, bro, 180. You know what I'm saying? So you could have stayed, man. You could have invested. You could have got to college. You know what I'm saying? Hell, give me the
Not
college, man. I'm just
not
saying,
only
give
that,
me, come on. It's
not only
stupid.
that. Listen,
You saying that your boy saying that they offered him 500,000. He gave a three. Then you gonna leave like for 5 million? I'm like, where's the sense in that? I thought it made sense
the
about the money, but you over here fronting gonna give back this money. I
the
mean,
sense
bro,
is in it.
and you
The
already
sense
Deion, you making these commercials on Jackson State head. Ain't nobody wasn't even thinking about you till you came to Jackson State. Really? I mean, I ain't gonna
look
say
at
he
it,
ever faded off, but
Chandler,
he
Chandler,
just
Chandler,
enlightened
Chandler,
himself.
Chandler,
That's fucked
Chandler.
up,
Wait,
man.
wait, wait. Look at it from his perspective. His goal was him and his brand from the beginning. So he went and he made a trailer with Jackson State. He made a trailer that was so good that another organization way in Colorado said,
Sean
"Hey, we want you to
Sean
come here and we
Payton.
want you to make that exact same product."
How long Sean Payton stay in New Orleans, bro? 9 years?
10 plus years.
Come on, bro.
Because
You could have
Hurricane
gave them
Katrina
folks
was
4 or 5 years, man. Just that would have been your brand.
eight,
Right now, you just
eight.
man, get on out of here, man.
Eight
Right now, you would
years
have
would
you
have
would have
been.
come up there. You would have
Wait,
stayed
listen,
there.
listen,
I,
listen.
I ain't
Eight
even gonna hold a
years,
man down that
Chandler,
long, bro. If he
Chandler.
couldn't have
Eight
got his
years would have
paper,
been
you know what I'm
enough
saying?
time for Jackson State and the other colleges around them to start getting more light, start getting more time, and start getting more TV time, and
Yes,
start getting
because whoever
more
played
TV
Jackson State,
sponsorships and making money.
whenever Alcorn played Jackson State, whenever Delta State played Jackson
Yep.
State, who else played that? Whenever that game would get, bruh, that would be such a game. People would come from other states to see that game. It's prime time. Man, you wish you was. You gonna go to Colorado? You just in the mix. You would have been you would have been another. This would have been another Deion. That was your legacy, man. Cause ain't nobody going, man. He
But
let it go.
if you look at
Whatever.
it from the
Cause I'd have told
perspective
him,
of
give me the
somebody
college.
building their brand, that's
Man.
exactly what he did, bro. He
I mean,
built his name
you
bigger,
can't make the
and he did
man.
it on the back of Jackson State.
Yeah, I mean, to bring himself back out. Now he's always been, that I've seen this dude run them 100-yard returns. I've seen Deion at work. So
Yeah.
I know this man, bro. I seen him play baseball. Even though I ain't even a fan. That joke was bad. But this would have been your immortal legacy, bro. This would have been beyond money, man. That's what's fucked up about the situation. And then you still could have got your paper
Yep.
down in the bank, bro, like a fucking like a loan. God damn it, you know what I mean? How motherfucker get their shit at the beginning or the end or do out the duration? You know, that's
And on
fucked up.
top
And
of
he
it,
gonna go over there talking about we the
hey,
family.
hey,
He talking about Jackson State, but he over there in Colorado. Oh yeah, we was a family, man. It was like a family over there. And I'm like, come on, bro. You
and Chandler, another
just
thing
play
that he don't
football
realize that
or coach or whatever.
me and you know this, he would have got his money underneath the table from the state of Mississippi,
Bro,
like
yeah,
everybody else
because man,
does.
he would yes, like the rest of them do all these banquets and dinners and
Yeah.
all these fucking speeches and shit. Come on, bro, you sell out, and
Hey,
I
hey,
mean,
wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a
he
minute. For
ain't a
everybody else
sellout.
that's listening,
He ain't a
for everybody
sellout,
else that's
but
listening, I
he
want to tell,
sold
I want
out
to say
a
this to
mega
everybody else
legacy.
that's listening.
The
Hold
man
on,
is not
Chandler.
a sellout. Let me say this the
Uh,
right way. He's not a
to
sellout. Deion
everybody
is
else that is
he's as
listening,
deep as they are,
when
but
it
he's
comes
he's
to
he's
the
about
state
that
of
paper, man.
Mississippi,
I would have been.
Chandler, Chandler,
Huh? I'm
hold
ready.
on.
I'm calming
When it
down. Yeah.
when it comes to the state of Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana, and Georgia's probably the same way. When it comes to how our mentality are towards others that aren't from here, Mississippi, we developed this thing where we'll just we can outweight you. We're patient. We'll be we use patience against you because we know consistency pays off. We'll sit back and watch. We'll offer you hospitality, and we'll kind of watch and see what goes on. And just like you said, because I was expecting him, if he was serious about Jackson State, if he was
Ah,
serious about that organization, to do 8 years. Because 4 years for a new class to start coming in and rotating out your sophomores and seniors every two, and then he would have went through 4 years of two full length college years for students to come in and go out. And from that, he would have built in a coaching organization. He would have built in a
scholarships,
all of that stuff would have came along with it.
scouting, big powerful scouting crew.
Exactly.
We'd have brought some of the, I was
Not
just
only
sitting there
that,
while you were
not only
thinking.
that,
I was
Chandler,
thinking while you
Chandler,
were talking,
Chandler,
man. He
Chandler.
would have
Not
had
only
so
that,
much.
he would have
Listen,
brought in
bro.
and he would have built from other colleges would have saw in the
Yes.
HBCU, and
And I
they would
mean,
have
he would have
started doing the
attracted
same
so
thing
much.
too.
I was sitting there thinking he would have attracted so much to Jackson State, bro. He could have eventually. You said 8 years. Let's run with that. He could have eventually. He'd have made this play because he's an extreme athlete, and he's an extreme coach. He took. I don't know what they were. I should have googled it. I was watching this anyway. I should have googled it, but he took them from where they were, bro, to champions. They missed by one game. They went all the way to the championship this year. But now if he would have stayed on, bro, and kept doing what he was doing, like you said, he'd have got his money here, there, and the other. Man, he could have probably moved to mayor, then governor. He could have probably owned. I mean, as the dude, it would have been a legacy. You know what I'm saying? But every person's dream ain't your dream. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But I would have thought he's still coaching. Why wouldn't you have tried to make that work? Because you know how powerful you being in Jackson State means to the players, number one, and then
Yep.
to the university, number two, and then
Yep.
to the state and the
Thank
people.
you.
You know what I'm
Thank
saying?
you.
So
I knew I wasn't the only person that could see that. Go
I
ahead, bro.
mean, bro,
Go
he
ahead.
would have,
Go
man,
ahead.
that would have been an immortal legacy, bro. Like I said, I seen this dude
And he
run
did it in
multiple
Mississippi. He'd have
hundred.
done,
Yes,
that in
the
Mississippi.
the most
He'd have
racist
had a rough
place
president
in the.
after that.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I was sitting there thinking. I'm like, man, this dude, he turned down. I mean, just the domino, boom, 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 because he got the charisma and the talk. Man, you'd have took that power, bro, and turned these athletes around, man, as you did, and kept them going. Then had you about another farm, what I mean, another how they say it, he'd have produced another one and another one. You know what I'm saying,
I
bruh?
got a
I
better one
mean,
for you. Chandler, I got a better one for you to go off of what you just said. Wow, ain't it amazing to see what we can do with us when we work
when we
with
work
us?
to
I'm gonna drop the
yes.
microphone and let you talk for a minute.
Yes, and I mean, bro, we can't say we know it's some wonderful people out there of all races, but we have to deal with ourselves, man. We gotta build ourselves, man. We gotta fortify something, bro, some kind of ground, unity, man, instead of
So in the
backbiting
future,
and
what he
hating
gonna
because
say
the next
now?
man
He
got
he
something.
can't he can't say in the future, oh man, he can't say nothing about black folks,
Oh,
nothing, because hey, he went from Mississippi to Colorado. Man, if them ain't two polar
bro,
opposites, I don't know what is.
I promise you, man. And I mean, it's just I wasn't, I'm always, now I'm upset. I wasn't upset in the beginning when I heard that he changed. I said, okay, he's going for more paper. Jackson State can't pay him that much. Excuse me. I know they can't, but okay. But when I heard you saying that he gave back money, dude, you should have stayed, kept that money, made in the contract that even when you gone, but it's royalties. You know what I mean? You'd have been gone from Jackson State. They still had to pay you a little bit every month for maybe 4 or 5 years. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. Don't tell me. There's always a way to make the deal work. And then on top of this, this would have been, and this ain't a legacy. Your football and your athletic career is your legacy. Maybe he just won't, like I say, teach his own. Maybe he just want his coaching to be it, but it would have been even more, bro. It would have
Yep.
been exploded, staying where you
Yep.
were at, bro.
Yep.
Being a mentor to those young black guys, man,
Yep.
and all of the people in pretty much Mississippi. That's what I said.
Yep.
I'm sitting there
And
thinking, I said, man,
Alabama
you
and the
would have went from
surrounding areas
fucking
too.
coach to governor from
Yep.
mayor to governor. I
Yep.
mean, maybe president. I mean, I don't know. Everybody know him, bro. Everybody know the prime time. But
Yep.
dude, that would have been so. You just a
Look at
regular Joe
look
now, man. I mean, you just another
look at
coach.
how much
Do
look
your
at how
thing.
much
Keep it moving.
traction it all happened and it all occurred with the amount of time that he got there. He wasn't there like Sean. Hey, a matter of fact, Deion Sanders got more traction in a southern state than Sean Payton did when he went to the Saints. It took Sean Payton some time.
Yeah, I mean, he got bruh. And what they do? I'm gonna have to Google it on my phone there, because I know what they went one game before winning the state this year. Last
Yeah.
year, did they go to state? Did they win state last year?
I don't remember because
South State.
I wasn't
Yeah, I'm
down.
gonna
I
have to
think I was
Google
on
it.
the
Where
road
in
or
the hell
something.
is my phone? I'm gonna Google it. I'm gonna find out. But bro, it could have just got better and better, bro. Cause you left us. Then you leave a team that you turned around. Maybe you feel like he's the damn uh uh the 0 and 10 whisperer or something. Feel like maybe he feel like he need to go around to all these colleges. Who's who's ever got a bad college? Call me, bro. I whisper in their ear they're gonna win. You know what I mean? And then I'm on to the next one. On to the next one.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where prime time Deion Sanders is just like he said. He said he's not prime time. He said he created prime time, and he's been selling prime time ever since then. He sold prime time to Jackson State. He got that name and that brand up a little bit more, and he sold it to the next one. And he's gonna keep
Mm,
on and keep on and keep on.
but
But I'm
man,
pretty sure he gonna be at Colorado State for a little while. He ain't supposed to just bounce up out of there
and
that
that's gonna
fast.
be
But I
some
could be
fucked
wrong.
up. Yeah, he is. I mean, what is the contract for? I know I heard $5 million, but I don't
I
recall the
think it's
years.
$5 million over 4 years or something like that. 4 or 5 years.
Mm, mm, mm. So 4 or 5 years.
The
So that's
same thing
still
you
like a
said.
million dollars.
The same
God,
thing that you said. I was like, you know what? If if he was just taking a better job, okay, that's one thing. But then like you gave back the money and then you gonna go somewhere else. It's like he knew he had no interest in staying in the first place. So here's some of this money back. I know I ain't staying here anyway. See y'all later.
that's. I ain't got no comment.
Oh yeah,
But
somebody else asked, how do Mississippians feel about outsiders moving there? Sometimes I think of moving to Mississippi. I'm from California, but live in Florida. Why would you move from Florida to Mississippi? You going the wrong way there, buddy.
no, man, don't say that. Listen, Mississippi,
Bro, look, wait. Dude, from
Mississippi is all right.
California, yeah, I
It's
love
cheap.
Mississippi.
It
From
one
California,
thing that the living expense is,
yeah,
they already know that. That's why they're coming.
yeah.
The living expenses are lower. Um, you
As
can
long as you
find
don't start
land.
nothing with nobody, nobody's gonna bother you.
Yeah, you can find you some land. Go out there and shoot your guns, and
And be happy and
be
content.
happy. Raise some chickens.
Just don't start nothing with nobody. You'll be
Farm.
all right.
You know, they probably, if you can afford to pay that $1 million thing, you could grow your own weed. I know y'all grow weed out there in California. Well, I know they grow it everywhere, but you know what I mean. I know they get. But it is. I think it is. They want to move. It's a country. It's just country, man. Be prepared. If you're not, if you're used to it, you know it. It ain't. It's not all country, but the most fast you're gonna get is probably the
Jackson.
Gulfport. That's too fast.
Nah,
That's
go
that's
go for it. Don't
that's
count. If you have
Chicago. That's Chicago Junior. They don't want to deal
no,
with Jackson. Ain't no
no.
casinos. Is
If
it a casino up there? I don't know.
not in Jackson.
I don't know. I don't go
If
to them
you
casinos.
if you
Stay
want
away from
city,
casinos, but
Jackson,
go if you
Meridian,
want to.
Hattiesburg, Gulfport doesn't count because Gulfport is near the ocean, the Gulf of Mexico. So that's
Hey,
different.
no, ain't shit in Mississippi. Just come for
Just
the
come
real
visit your
estate.
family.
Come for the real estate. Go to New Orleans for the entertainment. That's about it, bro. You close to New Orleans. You way closer to New Orleans in Mississippi than you are in California.
Yeah, but if they're gonna do that, they just gonna move to Louisiana though.
No, no, want to maybe, maybe, but
Exactly.
Mississippi, no, no,
You don't want to
Mississippi,
move it now.
bro. And I know. I went down there. Mississippi land is too high. At least down New Orleans way, or the Baton
Dude,
Rouge and
everything
all
on that
that.
coast is expensive, man. I wanted to get me a lot down there just for vacation and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
golly. You know how
Land
many
period.
dilapidated houses I saw when I
Yeah,
drove down there?
land
It don't make
period
no
has
sense.
went
And
up.
they ain't selling them.
No, but you're gonna pay $5,000 to $10,000 for a lot in New Orleans,
You
and
gonna
it
pay
may not,
more?
it probably ain't.
Okay.
Yeah, for
You
more,
gonna pay
more.
more than that.
Hey, old boy paid 50,000 for that one lot. A lot, a partial
Exactly.
of an acre, a fraction
Quarter.
of an acre. Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
think
pretty
that's a
much.
quarter,
Yeah, but
especially in the city.
hmm but yeah, man, Mississippi's great. It really is. I love it. I really do. The politics are fucked up. I don't know, because you come from California, more than likely you're Democratic. So the politics are fucked up. But as long as you don't care, you'll be all right. As long as you don't engage, don't let it bother you, you'll be all right.
Yeah.
Uh, because a lot of things they should be doing, in my mind, they don't do. We need a little more industry here, they don't do it. And of course, we already know about the corruption going on right now with the Brett Favre situation, which is a poor state. So we don't need any corruption. We don't need no money going out. We need money coming in. But that's it. Don't
If
get
you were
me.
gonna, where would you buy? Where would like if you wanted to go into New Orleans? Where would you? I guess across the lake then.
What do you mean? Where would
Like
I
if you're
go?
gonna get some
Go?
property so you can some land so you can go into New Orleans but not be
Yeah.
living in New Orleans.
Probably so. Slidell. I didn't really go looking in Slidell because I kind of really wanted to look inside of the city, live inside not inside the city, but in the vicinity of the inner city.
Wait a minute.
But
You talking about below 10?
well, just anywhere. I was just
Or which
looking.
10 you
When I
talking
was
about?
looking at them. No, no, in New Orleans, that's like 90 and 10 and all that. So when I
Okay.
was looking for the land, but yeah, good land will be out there around Chalmette, Mishu, um, uh, 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 it's an L word. And it's so country area. I love it. It's really like the little bayou
LaPlace?
part of. No, it ain't Laplace. That's the other direction. I'm gonna get to that. This is all out in the east towards Slidell. I'll think of it in a minute. But just Slidell, you got Pearl River, Louisiana, which is like right there on the Mississippi line. Which you ought to be able to find like a little plot of land, and you ain't but 20 minutes from New Orleans. You know what I mean? Uh, you have Baton Rouge, like you say, Laplace. You got Fouchon down there, cut off Louisiana. I mean, it's a lot of places outskirts you should be able to find that you're not that far from it.
Like Calmet? Yeah, you already said
Well,
Calmet.
no,
Yeah.
Chalmette. That's out there right
Luling?
before.
Yeah, Luling wouldn't be bad.
No, Luling is it's not Luling. It's
Luling, St. Rose, that
yeah, you got St.
about
Rose, you
up in there.
got uh boutique,
Yeah.
boutique, and Kenner. Those are the outskirts. Well, no, I ain't gonna say Kenner because it is really like uh that's really
Yeah.
like
That's where the
a
traffic start.
suburb. Yeah, that's really suburb. It's gonna be high out that way. Yeah, my sister house, she sold her house. I think that house is like $400,000 now. The people that bought it, they remodeling and selling it. Uh, but yeah, anyway, but yeah, outside that area, you want to. So, I mean, it's a lot of uh, I, I don't want to live in the city. I was gonna buy that for business reasons. If I could have acquired a piece of land in there, but to live, I'd definitely live outside the city. That way, I can just if something's going on, go to the city, and then you can leave.
Yeah.
Because New Orleans
When,
right now is
when is
not
Mardi Gras?
March, the beginning of March, the first week in March, right? It changed last year because I think it was in like the last. I mean, yeah, it was the beginning of March last year.
Okay.
hmm But hey man, I know I want to talk about what you think about this Brittany Griner thing.
Nothing. I saw that coming a mile away.
That's it.
I saw absolutely
And
nothing. I
I brought
saw
that
that
up.
coming a mile away.
I
I
pr-
knew they got her and they wanted to trade her for somebody.
for somebody,
I
man, and
yeah, I knew it.
I
Cause
really
think about
feel
it.
like that
What did
girl
they
didn't
get with
have
her?
nothing, man.
Didn't
I
nobody
really
know who
feel
she
like they
was?
didn't. And but the only thing, and I know we got people listening. The only thing is, it just might suck to say, but I gotta say it. And I said it to myself every time I saw on TV. I didn't cry, but I kind of like broke a tear. 'Cause I'm like, they ain't gonna come for you, boop. You know. I'm sorry, Lord Jesus, help me. I
No, they
was
wouldn't.
I was like,
They
I
wouldn't.
was like, boop, you
Like,
done. You know what I mean? All this,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You know the
because
words.
I every things I thought, bro. I thought, okay, you gonna be in there for a
You're
while.
gonna be a
And the other
devil.
one, I was like,
Wow.
they want to trade you from somebody.
They gonna try-
They want
So
to
I'm
trade you
really
for
happy,
somebody.
man. And I'm really happy, bro. But I just let you know, man. They but no, I ain't gonna say it like that. It's
It's a
just
it's a
cause she went to
it's a
go get her paper.
competition, bro.
Yeah,
It's a
and she went to go get
competition,
her
and on
paper,
top of that,
man.
she
But I'm
she
like,
did some stupid stuff.
but I
She
don't.
did
I
gonna try to
really
get on the
no,
plane.
no, man. I don't think unless you know it's true. I just always felt like they did that to her to use her, man. You know what I'm saying? I know we don't know who she is, but she is a professional basketball player. Even though I don't watch, I just can't watch WNBA. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Me neither. Nothing
I
against
just
them, but I
can't.
just
But anyway, that's the whole story. I just but she's great. She can dunk, so she probably is good to watch. Maybe I'll start watching her.
no,
See
you're
what they
not.
about.
Just stop it. Just stop it.
I'll,
No, you're not.
hey
No,
man, don't
no,
we?
you're not.
I, okay.
Ain't nothing there that was gonna make you interested in watching
But
basketball.
I really
Or
think, I really
WNBA.
thought that, man. I really thought I said that, man. And I'm so glad I
And
was
look,
wrong. I'm
when
so
I
glad I was
saw
wrong, man.
who they traded her for, I said, "Oh, I'd have yeah. If this is a draft, if this is the racial draft, and we can get the merchant, and all we got to do is give up Brittany Griner. I'll give up
He
Brittany
said,
Griner in a second.
yeah,
I'll be like, do you
yeah,
want a second pick to go along with it? You know the movie Lord of War, right?
yeah.
With Nicolas Cage. That's
No, I'm
him.
gonna watch that.
That's
I'm gonna
that
watch
guy.
that. Don't say nothing. Don't tell me nothing. I'm gonna watch it.
You
Don't say
seen
nothing.
that
Cause I've been hearing.
movie?
No, I didn't, man. You said that, but I didn't. I didn't see.
Watch that movie.
No,
That's him.
I'm gonna watch
That's
it.
that
I'm
guy.
gonna watch it. I'm gonna
That's
watch it.
that guy.
I'm gonna watch it.
I'd
I'm
have
gonna
trade
watch it.
man, I'd have been like, do y'all want what do they call that? Do y'all want compensatory draft picks along with it? Like
Bruh,
man,
hey,
you know how many people he know? He was at one
that's the
time the world's
thing.
biggest arms dealer ever.
Right. So that's why I think that she didn't do it, man. Because listen, they wanted to trade him for Mike Whalen, which would have been like you said, an even swap if they're considering he was a espionage. But it's like they're just demonic because they wouldn't they're just no. I don't see them. I see them doing it. I see Russia doing that. I don't see her going over there doing that
Wouldn't
because number one,
wouldn't you do it?
anybody gonna tell you the
Wouldn't you
laws of
trade?
hell
Wouldn't you
yeah in a
make that
minute.
trade?
Hell yeah in a minute. That's why I
Matter of
say it's
fact, that's
that.
like the Patriots trading Tom Brady
Tom
to the
Brady
Buccaneers
for Bridgewater.
and
I was
all
at,
of their draft picks for the next 5 years.
yeah, so I'm like, and I didn't say Bridgewater's not a good. Let's see, yeah, because you know what I mean. Bridgewater's a
Yeah,
five, Tom's a 10, so you know what I mean in the quarterback arena. Uh, but
Bridgewater's
yeah, I
good.
get you,
He
man.
just can't stay
He's still
healthy, man.
good. I didn't know that, and I didn't. Last I saw him, he was in Denver. Then he was gone. I'm like, man, they move y'all jokers around fast. And where's he at now? Isn't he Tennessee, Miami, Miami,
Dude, I don't know where he at. He's good.
North
He just
Carolina,
can't stay
North
healthy.
Carolina.
And Geno Smith is one of them. He had his he Geno Smith is like a late bloomer.
Hmm. Uh. hmm.
But Sam, I am. Hold on, man. Let me answer these comments and stuff. And I'll give a shout out to everybody. I want to give a shout out to Mr. Abdi. Thanks for leaving a comment. Exquisite one. Logistics. Sam, I am. Appreciate that, man. Thank you for hanging in. Tanker Monkey. Thank you for showing up. Dirty Broke 215. Appreciate that, man. Thank you for hanging in. And then Sam I am's been hanging in here for a good little minute. He
We're supposed to be talking
says,
about trucking stuff. Go
"Well,
ahead.
we gonna get to it, but I kind of knew it was gonna happen." Sam I am says, "Brittany Griner's biggest fans didn't even know who she was before she got locked up."
that's, that's not fair.
Hey, bro, hey, we just
That's
telling the
not
truth here.
fair. But I
And
mean,
on and
man,
on top of
that's
that, when we saw, because this one thing that had just been like, Brittany Griner, somebody is in prison, but then when they were like, WNBA star Brittany Griner is in a Russian prison. Oh, so you think that's gonna make me care more because you
hmm,
say it that way?
yeah,
Just
and
make
that's
me even less interested in watching the WNBA. I don't know if
They
that's
they
hating,
try they
but I
try
don't
a
think
lot
I'm
of
hating.
ploys, but that's a far stretch to get people to watch the NBA. I'm like, but I felt for her, bro, because I swear that went through my mind. I was like, whoop,
Man, Shannon.
you gone. you
Yeah,
you might well get
because
ready for
I
a
thought the
ride.
same. I thought it was. I knew it was one of the two. They were gonna trade her for somebody, or she wouldn't. She wasn't coming home. She was
She
gonna
was.
end up
That's
being
what
one
I
of
thought.
those.
I I wouldn't have thought she
What's
was
that
worth
show?
trading for him.
What's that show? Come on TV, Locked Up Abroad. I thought it was
Yeah,
gonna turn into one of those episodes where
yeah,
we see it
yeah.
like 10 years later or something.
When America traded her for him, that even blew my mind. That caliber, you know,
Because Russia
and
got a win on top of
they
Russia
got
got
a
a
win
Super
on top of a
Bowl
win.
and all
They
and all
set that
5 year
up, man. You
draft
can't
picks.
tell me they didn't set that up, man. But
Of
for them,
course
they
they
didn't know they were
did.
going. They didn't know they were going. I don't know what they know, but I just didn't think that they would know. They knew they had something, But I don't. But yeah, well, no, that because I'll be messing up my own saying because
Or
I thought she was lost. Maybe she did have it, and I thought she was just gone. But I just figured they just did it because they didn't want to pay her or something. I don't know. But
or it
for
could
America to
be.
trade her, thank you, Lord. Hey, I know
Wait a
she
minute.
thinking Jesus.
Look at this way. It could have been Russia's been watching the airports all this time, watching people go in and out the country and stuff. And they just kind of wait for the right one to come along at the right time, and she was
Because
it.
people mess up, but you would think somebody would have told her that, there ain't no ticket over here for drugs. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna
She
just
knew
give you
that.
no,
She
it's
knew that.
life, it's 10 years for just spec.
Hey, think
I,
about it this way. Have
that's
Have you
why I
ever
say I
heard of
think she didn't.
anybody in
I think they
entertainment
set the
getting
girl up,
caught
man.
with weed in Russia or any kind of drugs? You ever hear about that? No,
No,
not
no,
once.
but
They know what's up, bro.
that's why I think they set her up. I really have to give her the benefit of the doubt. I do. Of course, now you know what the vape pen. The athletes. They don't want to smoke to mess up their lungs. So, but the vape pen, no, that is smoke, isn't it? Oh, it's not smoke.
They said she got caught with hash.
It's oil, not like a oil, some kind of vape oil.
Okay.
Yeah,
And yeah, it
but
just sound like you. It sound like somebody's about to get played. But
yeah,
before
I
we get
think
too
so too.
far,
Yeah, yeah. Good.
off subject, as somebody who's a Freightliner aficionado,
Yes, sir. That be I.
because you got the Detroits, you got the Freightliners, you got the. Is that a Century or Columbia?
Century class.
Well, ain't you got the Columbia lights on it?
Well, they're all pretty much the same. That year, they're all kind of
No,
designed the
no.
same.
The Columbia lights have those diamond shaped
No,
lights,
no,
those almond
it's
shaped
got
lights.
round. It's got
The Century
round
got those
lights.
two round lights by themselves.
Right, and the two round turn signals.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
But man, truckers need a break right now, man. Truckers need a break from rates that are
Well,
ridiculous and a January that is not looking too promising. Except for
well,
people that are in positions whether they leased on with a company and that company has got all the work because everybody else who's out here independently they're trying to get it and they're looking at it from those that have made those connections and made those relationships. They're doing good. But for those people that didn't broaden those relationships and create more of a variety in those relationships, they're like, man. But that's to each his own, and all of us should have been sending out them emails and calling calling more than just brokers. Should have been calling shippers. Hey
no,
man,
it should have
hold
been
on a
calling
minute.
companies and
Yeah,
trying
yeah,
to
that's what I mean when I say
cut the damn
that's,
yeah cut the damn brokers out of the picture.
hold on a
Because
minute.
they really rob you too much, man. Too much.
Did I see
Uh,
here?
if y'all did any research, I know two particular. I'm not going to use the names, but two in particular, man. It was $100 difference between the rates, $100, and then uh, I want to say It was another one I found, and I ended up taking it. I mentioned this company because it's Jones Transport. Um, the company had, I guess they had one of their loads. Jones have a lot of their own freight, and
Yeah.
Jones, the load, I think it was like $200 or $300 less. So it's best to get direct with them or find somebody like Sureway pays really good. Always try to go direct. Number one, try to get direct with the company. Find your company and just go into the sales office and talk to the people. Present yourself. Dress the part. Don't go in there. I mean, just dress the part. You ain't gotta and
Yeah.
talk to the
Come in there
folks. Hey,
like
man.
somebody with a business.
But
Don't
I'm gonna
go in
tell
there
you
like
right
somebody with a
now,
business.
the major majority of these people they've gotten accustomed to these brokers, them just handing it over to them, and also
Yep.
like with Walmart, they want you to have a certain amount of trucks.
Yep.
So with
It
that
don't
being
mean you can't
said,
ask though.
yeah, but you can ask, but now here's a trick that me and you talked about, and it's being done by a lot of smart people. I got two trucks. You got two trucks.
That's
Um,
5 trucks.
then that's well, that's four trucks,
Yeah,
but
that's 6 trucks.
that's four trucks.
I can keep going.
But anyway, all right, I get what you said, but I'm just saying, and then we find somebody else, he can have either one or two trucks. Well, together we've combined and got that, and we can get those different contracts, and we can cover that base if we work together. But here therein lies the problem. But that's just something to throw out there for folks. Just try to work that out, to get those better deals. Go to the government, which I'm finna do, Mr. Jerry. I'm finna go there and try to get some of those contracts too, and just try to haul some stuff for them. I mean, minority contracts,
Why not? Why not,
different
man?
military contracts. Yeah, and cause man, I mean, you did a good move with that sand, man. I'm serious. I am gonna change something. I don't know what it is. Right now, like I said, once I get my brother broke in, so I can let him go on by himself. Um, and I think I'm probably kicking that damn knee surgery. Oh yeah, take care of yourself. My damn knee. Got to have knee surgery, but that's 3 months, so I don't know. I may put that off. But I've been putting it off too long. I probably have to go and get it done. But where we at, man? I got to talk
Have
about
you
that.
ever heard of Have you ever heard of Tennessee steel haulers?
Yeah, I've hauled for them. That's what I'm saying. Like Nucor, I've
Yeah,
contacted them. I've contacted them. It's just hard to get in with them, man.
that's
But
because
don't give up.
Nucor is legit.
Well, yeah,
Nucor is like trying to get in with Walmart. They're not playing, bro.
yeah. You
You are
gotta,
you either meeting them standards or you not.
and that's another one that I think they got a minimum requirement on the trucks. And I do know this, if they haven't changed it, you have to add some additional insurance. I can't remember exactly what it is. You have to add some additional insurance on there, not just your standard uh 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 whatever it is. When you get them a certificate of insurance, not just standard
Yeah.
certificate of insurance, it's something it's additional, which ain't bad because you'll still make the money. So I'm just saying that's what you're looking at. But yeah, man, getting with them, getting with GP. Right now, you just gotta try to get with who you can get with, and of um, be mindful of what you're doing because somebody's gonna come in and try to cut your rate. So try to
Yeah.
be mindful, keep in contact with the folks. Do not take that for granted. Do not. I did that with one company that I had down there on the coast, and it's not that I took them for granted. For granted, it's just that once all these trucks came in, my rates, I had to come down on my rates because they
Somebody
had
else was gonna haul it.
somebody else was gonna haul it cheaper. You know what I mean? And I really haven't. I hauled like one load for them, and I kind of refused. So basically, I just refused to come down on my rates because I mean I'm hauling the coil, that's heavy and it's dangerous. Excuse me. So I just said forget it. So you had to be prepared for that. Either you go somewhere else, you got to come down on your rate. Excuse me. But
Because another thing I wanted to bring up is give people your perspective on logging.
on what? Logging? Oh,
Logging. And we gotta make another video on logging, man. We really do.
Okay. Well, to be honest with you, man, I'm gonna go back to it because logging is not bad. You can really make a decent amount of money logging. But the thing about logging is the wear and tear on the truck is excessive.
Yeah.
You have to be really careful coming in and out of the truck. Uh, it's just when they're laying that wood on there, they're pouncing on the truck, boom, boom, boom. I'm gonna get on to some other important stuff, but that's part of it. And when you come in and out of the woods, just go in and out of the woods slow. I started with the money and I jumped onto that. Now you can make if you own your own truck uh, on a good week, you should average 800 to $1,000 or more. It done went up, so 800 to 1,000, maybe $1,200 a day. You know,
How much is a
but
ton? How
um,
much are they paying a ton?
that differs, bro, depending on how far you are. Excuse me. Yeah, so that differs depending on how far you are from the mill and what mill you're going to in particular. It's some places that are right next to each other. Matter of fact, it's a hood mill and it's a mill called Scotch, like the drink, and they're right across the street from each other. But Scotch will pay you more for the timber than the other one would, and that's way out there in Waynesboro. They're both in Waynesboro, Mississippi. Um, and it's the market too. You know, lumber's a market. Uh, but
You ever haul for this one here? Over here by behind
yeah,
Masonite? You know what I'm talking
I've
about?
hauled,
South
I've
on
hauled,
15?
I've hauled to Masonite and I've hauled to Laurelwood,
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking
hmm
about.
and I've hauled through. Oh, bro, I did that for years, man. I've hauled to pretty much every mill. If I haven't hauled to that mill, it's just been built. I mean, I've been doing what 15 years of logging, something like that.
Is there money in pulpwood?
No. Well, no, because that's the cheapest wood. I'll put it that way.
Okay.
Once again, it
So
still
when
depends
when
on where you're
everything was
hauling it.
already cheap, when everything was already cheap, it made sense to do it. But now
And,
that
and, and
everything
they
is went up,
fluctuate. I mean, I'm just saying it fluctuates, man. It go up and down. Your lumber, which is your big wood, is always gonna be expensive because that's where you get your boards and stuff from. But pulpwood, um, like we talked about in one of your video, pulpwood is made from the scraps. Pulpwood it
yeah.
can't be made into anything, so it has to be broken up. It can't be made into a solid board, 2x4 or 4x4. Pulpwood is the only use it has is to be chipped up because it's
Okay.
all crooked and flimsy and all that. So no, not really. That'll be your cheapest run. To answer your question, I guess in short term, if you haul a load of pulpwood, it's gonna pay you the cheapest. You haul a load of logs, excuse me. If you haul a load of logs, that's gonna be your most expensive pay load. And if you haul a load of chipping saw, which is in between, which is still straight wood like a log, but it's a lot smaller. The diameter
Because
is
I
smaller.
saw over there in Louisiana, I saw a guy hauling logs with a Dodge dually truck.
Yeah, I mean he didn't have a whole lot on it, and more than
Yes,
likely,
he did.
well,
That's what caught my attention, and I would I
30
didn't get a chance
tons
to.
with my dually, it's rated at hauling 30 tons. That's a lot of weight because a 18 wheeler can haul 48 tons.
Yeah,
We haul like 48 tons. So I know what you're saying is a lot of, you'd have
because
to take a
he had
picture of it,
some
but he
logs
probably had
on this
about,
thing.
but that's probably was his personal stuff, but it probably wasn't more than about 10 tons. I bet. I would be willing to bet.
Because
Because he
what?
had to only have about maybe two or three good trees on there.
Oh no, bro.
No, no, the
I
whole
wish I'd
tree.
have
No,
took a
no, no, no,
picture
no,
of
no,
it.
no, no. What I mean is the whole tree cut up. He probably only had two or three whole trees, but cut up.
He
On a
had
truck, you can't get as much on there. I mean, I'm pretty sure.
he had quite a few because they weren't as long as they as the normal logs, but they were close to it. Because in my head, I was like, man, how you? Because in my head, that's what I was thinking. But I guess if he if he lived around in that area and he just go haul some off to go make some money, I guess it's
Yeah,
justified.
yeah. Cause on that flatbed, I mean on that little trailer like that, all you gotta do is get you a tractor with a front end loader. You cut the tree down and then you cut it up, and that's how most of the mills want them anyway. You got to have them a certain length, like I was speaking about earlier. They got to be a certain length and a certain diameter. Each mill has their own preference. So, and more
I'm
than
getting me a
likely it'll be
sketch
like
here.
10 foot, 12 foot. Me too, bro. And I'm gonna tell you, man.
It does it all. Does it all.
I'm thinking about. We got the dump truck. We're finna go ahead and get it going. I'm thinking about buying me the bucket with the thing in the
The
front.
bucket truck.
No, the
Oh, the
bucket,
one
the
with the
dig. Yeah, the dig and it's got the blade on it. It's the little.
the thing you pick up
I
trash with.
always no the thing I had last time that I rented. Let me get away from that one. Uh, what is it called? You know what I had? Oh, that wasn't you. That was Daryl. Um, track hole. Track hole.
Oh yeah. Wait. When you saying okay,
A
you're not
track
talking
hole.
about a
It's got the
bulldozer.
bucket. It's got the thing where you can dig. You see them on the side of the road a lot with the power line. It's got the little bitty blade on the front. It ain't real. It ain't too big.
Okay, like a backhoe. A track. Yeah, yeah,
That
because it's a
might be
tractor
it,
and
but
it's got the.
a track hole may be the bigger one. It might be the
Yeah,
backhoe.
but I think you're right because it's a tractor, but it's got both on the front and the back.
Yeah,
It's got
I
your
see
so you
that.
could
Yeah,
dig.
man. Yeah, and then see, like I say, once my brother,
And
because
that's a
I got to get
business
all
in
this
itself.
implemented when I get this knee surgery. So yeah, bro. Once we get that going, and then down the line, probably have to get a dozer. Start run some roads and stuff. But for right
Cause
now,
hey,
we'll start just hauling gravel for people.
when the old boy came out here and did that work with that skid steer, I was like, oh damn, that's it.
Hmm.
I'm like that's a. I'm like, okay, so I just got to maintain that and have something to pull it around on.
Hmm.
And he
But
didn't
they're
even have
not.
a
But
dude
they're
that he was
not.
pulling it around on.
Yeah, he had a 2500. Well, what did he have?
The
Because I don't think
2500.
you can put. Yeah, I don't think you can pull it with a 1500. It is a little
No,
weight.
no, yeah, that's like it's heavy. I think that's what he said, 13,000. But I will
But
say this: if you get that mulching head, which is gonna cost some money, that mulching head it'll cut trees, but it's not really made to push down on stumps. Like when the guy came out here with it, I was sitting back there and I was watching him, and I was like, oh, okay, so that's what you do. Like you go back and forth on it. But I think he was just trying to hurry up and go through the stumps, and he kept bogging the machine out. And then when you bog it out, you could hear it like die down, and then
hmm
the RPM start picking back up, and I'm like, man, you gonna tear that machine up. And he kept doing it. They kept doing it. Then I saw him like they stopped, and they started messing with where the the hydraulic connections are. I was like, yeah, they done started leaking because you putting too much pressure on it instead of just slowly going back and forth over it like you're supposed to, same way they do in the YouTube videos. But he was just down on it. I'm like, you gonna tear these people's stuff up?
Yep. And see, that's good money, but them things cost a lot.
Yeah.
But like you said, how many hours they were there? $2,700.
Um, 8 hours. Actually, they did more than what they charged me for because they came 3 days, and it's 8 hour days, and this is like 175 an hour, and that's the cheapest one that I could find. Everybody else was 200 and up. And the guy who
Man, that's
said he was going to cut me a deal was like, "Yeah, man, I'll cut you a deal. It'd be $800 a day." And I was like, $800 a day.
yeah,
My bad. He said $800 the first 4 hours, and then
damn.
and then 185 for every hour after that.
Oh my
He said
God,
we work 8 hour
$15.
days. Yeah, so it would have came out to like uh yeah like 1550 or something like that. I was like that that sounds like I hear you saying it sounds like a good deal, but
Got to do the
and
math.
And for the job that these guys did, they cut the trees, moved the trees, and did all of that. The only thing they couldn't do was they couldn't haul them off for free. That's the only thing they couldn't do because all they got is that trailer that they got the skid steer on.
Hmm.
So they would have had to charge me to haul them off. But they put them over here to the side of the road and stuff. And the city or somebody else, I put some messages out, but nobody wants putwood.
No, man, you live in a city. There ain't too many people got chimney, fireplace.
Well, they would have had to come cut this wood up unless I do it myself.
But man, like your brother told you, man, you all just putting little piles at a time and burn that stuff. Where your land is at,
Have
man.
you been over
I
here
mean,
since they cut them trees down, bro?
no, but did you open it all the way up?
About halfway.
Yeah, let's get you a barrel and burn it, man. That way to be safe.
I'll be burning that stuff the rest of my life.
Huh? Is that much? Well, you're gonna have to pay somebody
Yeah,
to haul it off, man. See.
yeah. I didn't realize it till all right over there, where away from the gate, where that cluster of trees was. Just them trees was more than what they could fit on the side of the road. And after I saw that, I was like, damn, that's a lot of trees. But it don't look like it when they standing up. But once they started falling them, I was like, these some big old trees.
Hmm.
They ain't big like them real big pines back there, which it ain't but a few. But when they land on the ground, you're like, man, that's a lot of tree.
Yeah, but
And
see,
it
you're gonna
and
probably have to get the guy like you said with the 2500
yeah.
to go ahead on if it's just a few little trees, where they can just lift them up
Oh
on there
no,
and he
it's
can take
it's
them off.
it's still some more trees back here that I might get cut later on, but I just said screw that because
Lead them.
they
I was just gonna say, leave them alone right now.
yeah
Till you get ready
yeah
to
because
build or something.
they're gonna be another three days to get the rest of them trees out of there. But he
I
did
didn't
take the
think it was
mulcher
that many
around.
trees in there, huh?
Yeah, it's the pine trees take more to get over, like those those popcorn trees. They can knock them down like they ain't nothing.
Hmm.
But he went around and he brushed it out all the way around my property, and so it looks a lot better in there. And I called the guy about doing the road, and he gave me a quote on doing the road, and I was like, oh okay. And
What kind of
it's
road?
gonna be a gravel road to come from the
Oh
gate.
man, just have to listen. That's
Go
one
ahead,
thing
go
you
ahead.
shouldn't have to. Yeah, just get the county to come in there and well, here's the trick. Like I said, they gotta know what they're doing, man. They can just if he knows how to drive that dump truck right, man, he can come in there with that gravel run. You don't need to have no pay nobody to put the road in there. You can probably I mean that man it'll lay out flat, and then get somebody with a tractor for about 2 hours, maybe an hour, and just come spread it with a box blade. And 2 or 3 hours, man. You talking about getting somebody to do the road, bro? They gonna jab you, man. I mean, just some gravel. I thought you been talking about an asphalt road.
Oh no, no. All I want is what do you call that,
Well, you
Richard?
say it's pretty hard. I was gonna say you need some rocks, but it's pretty hard
Well, I
ground up
thought
in
it
there.
was until it rained and I got my truck stuck back there.
Which one? The big
The
truck?
white one. Yep.
Well, you're gonna need some gravel
Cause
and
it was
rock.
yeah, it was fine before it rained, and then when I got to driving back there, and then the skid steer, and I was like, okay, so this, it's like it's like a base was laid down for it at some point, maybe a long time ago, and
And then you're
then
gonna want to bring your trailer in there, maybe load it one day.
yeah,
Yeah, you're gonna need gravel and rock. Bro.
yeah, and that's what the guy's talking, and he's gonna do. That's probably 50 feet, no, 8 to 10 feet wide and 500 feet plus in length, all the way back here to the. It's gonna be a straight line from there going all the way back to the back of the behind my house, but it's not gonna. That part's not gonna lead up to my house. It's just gonna be a straight line, so I can get everything in there and have stuff parked the other way I want to. Then this other side, I can worry about it later on where I got all the logs and stuff piled up at.
Hmm, okay,
I
that's
want to
what's
give a
up.
shout out to J Dub. What's up, man? Yeah, I gotta do that too. Free firewood. But I mean, I'm trying to make some money off of it.
It'll leave quicker with free on it.
Yeah, everything does.
I was trying to tell you,
You
free.
put free on
They won't
something,
even.
people
They
are
won't
like,
even
yeah,
need
yeah.
it.
What else you got?
They won't even need it. Free.
Yeah,
I can go down. I can go down here and
yeah. Where
sell
you
this.
at? Yeah, where you located at?
Uh-huh. And I never. And that's the crazy thing, man. When they put that on like on Facebook Market, I never respond. Right. I never look at it. Never check on it. And
Yeah,
then my sister said,
you just ignore
was
it
it
when
you?
you see
No,
free.
I just yeah, but I'm trying to tell my sister. Somebody, it was a sister, Dare, one of them. They clicked on whatever it was, whatever, and it was they gave it. They was giving it away. It was like a piano. Not my sister. It was somebody else. They was giving away a piano. Giving away the piano. Had the free on it. I'm like, man, you got to click on that shit.
Yeah,
I mean, you never know. These people, the deal was they couldn't move it. They couldn't. The place they were moving to, they couldn't bring the piano into place. So, I mean, it was free. That was wild. And I never click on it. I'm like, yeah, right. It's a catch somewhere. I'm like, okay, you got to check. Man. Hey, but man, we have been on here a minute. I still haven't found my damn phone.
man, it's
Oh,
cold outside in Mississippi, bro. You're not going anywhere. If I go get in my
I
car, that's
really,
another thing, bro. You realize I forgot, that car is from North Dakota. That car will burn you out of there. I burnt my leg,
man.
man, with that heater on. I mean, literally. And I had to like, because I normally don't even have a heater on down here. But I had that heater
I,
on full blast and burnt my leg, man.
I promise you, bro, it's cold.
Let me
Man,
walk out here and
I
test this
got
cold
some
again.
things to do, but I
I
don't
think
want
it's
to do
just the
them.
wind blowing. Ooh,
That's what it is, and
it is
that's what
cold.
it is.
It's the doggone wind. Cause I can handle this.
That's what it
I can
is.
handle
It's
this if
that
that
wind
wind wasn't
making the
moving.
wind cold, making the wind. What it is? The
Yep, I'm going back in the house.
you're crazy, dude.
Eh, It's one thing if I had to. If I had to go to work in it. North Dakota was, sure, I'll do this. I can handle this. Put on when it got really cold, like really like -50. Put that
Uh
trash
huh.
bag on. That was it. I'm good,
You're crazy, dude.
dude. A garbage bag will beat anything. Put your put your 2 holes in it for your arm, or 3 holes for your arms and your head. I'm telling you, you're gonna stay warm the whole night. The wind ain't gonna get to you,
We're okay.
dude. There's somewhere that if that video is still on my YouTube channel where I'm sitting in the truck and I think I'm talking to the camera about something, and I actually have the garbage bag on. I stayed out most of the night, like I just hung around outside because with the garbage bag, the air can move, so you don't build up moisture heat. And I stayed outside most of the time.
Well, I mean, I don't know. You're used to that North Dakota weather, man. Mississippi, it's cold out there right now. I mean, that ain't a norm, but even at 40 or 50, with the wind blowing, it may seem like freezing or below because it's cold out there now. Gee, I tell
Your
you.
house is also off the ground.
Yeah, I'm finna get it brick, man.
Hey
I made up
man,
my mind.
put some plastic up underneath it, like a trailer.
I
Get a
made up
staple
my
gun and go
mind.
up underneath that sucker, and get you
Hmm.
some thick
Well,
plastic to put up
I'm
underneath
gonna
there.
do the insulating. I'm gonna do that spray insulating stuff, and then I'm gonna get them to brick it, of course, all the way. It's gonna be from the ground up. So, and that'll be done. Just have a place up under there so I can get in there to access the pipes and plumbing.
And don't forget, old boy got that skid steer with the shovel. Wait, mate, my bad, my bad. No, he don't. He got the grapple rake and the grapple rake and the bush hog. Cause
Uh,
I'm probably call him back for everything else. Everything else I want done,
right.
I'm gonna call him back for it.
Now what I need is what you got. I need that guy to come over here with that oh shit with that damn it, that thing, that mulcher.
Cause he's out of Hattiesburg. So hey, matter of fact, he's running a special. Matter of fact, let me
Oh
send
yeah,
you
how
his
much? Yeah.
that 175 an hour.
Oh hell, I'm a, that's I'm a,
Hey, if you can
I have to
find
call.
somebody cheaper,
Ooh,
please
let
let
me
me
get out
know.
this wind. Let me get out this wind.
Because one guy was like 4,000, and I was like,
Heck
okay, I
no.
know I won't be calling you back.
You get out there with a chainsaw yourself.
Yeah, because my brother was like, yeah, just get you a burn barrel. And every time he says it, I just look at him like, I know he mean well, but
Oh.
no, we're a little bit more than a burn barrel. Like if it was just brush, yeah. But
Uh-huh.
it's trees, many trees, and then trees that then it's like every level of tree size is back there, except for like the few real big ones that's along
But
the
yeah, but see,
property
that's the
line.
thing. Once you get them down, I mean, I still think you'll be all right burning them, man. For real, though. You know, I really do.
Hey, J Dub is sitting backstage. Add to the stream. J Dub, man, welcome to the live. How's it going, bro?
Nothing much. How you gentlemen doing today?
Hey, doing good, man. I mean, you staying busy or you taking the rest of the year off?
Taking the rest of the year off, man. Taxes due.
There you go.
That's it. Wise man there.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all taught me that.
I've been lying to myself too, like, yeah, I'm gonna go back. Like, no, I know I ain't.
Not now. After the first, just lay back
Yeah.
and then hit it fresh.
Yep.
I just make sure all the paperwork's done to get to it.
Yep. I'm the same way. I got my last 3 months of like everything from when I left went out to now. Add all that stuff up, and then I have everything ready for my taxes because everything is already put together. All I have to do is just add it up.
Uh, yeah, y'all were talking about clearing some property off. Instead of doing gravel and stuff, you can get crush and run. I don't know if you know about that.
What is that? What do you say?
When
Pressure on?
crush and run.
Oh, okay, okay.
When they tear up the highways and stuff, all that old stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's usually a lot cheaper than just putting gravel down.
Where you have to go to get that from? The city or county or something?
City, county, most of your grading companies they may have something floating around,
What do you
but
call it?
any crush and run.
Crush and run.
Yeah, so basically they crush
Hmm.
the gravel up and you can run it as your driveway.
Huh, okay.
'Cause somebody was talking about that. The guy from the county was talking about it. He said, he brought that up. He said he knew somebody was throwing like a dump load truck over the way, and he said all you have to do is just have a way to grind it up, crush and run.
Just get a steam roller from Sunbelt or go over it, just pack it down. It'll hold up. That's what I got on my driveway at one of my houses. Yeah. Then
Pressure
like
on.
for
That
the tree situation, like I say, just put in for free for what you got on the ground now because it is cold. Hell, you could probably put a price tag on it. $10, all the wood you can take. You
I
make
have
money.
done that.
That's a
I
good
have done
idea.
that.
With it being cold right now, people starting to wake up.
And start burning that. Yeah. So saving that money and burning that natural wood.
You know,
Shoot,
weather,
Jerry, you put that sign on there, it probably won't last a second.
nope. I got people that bother me now about cutting firewood. I did all that in September. People
All
wait
right,
till it
if I'm
gets
gonna
10
turn it
degrees out
into,
here in Georgia.
hmm
I mean, how cold is it over there in Georgia?
It's 20 degrees. It's supposed to be 9 degrees tonight.
Damn.
Okay, y'all good. Y'all ain't got nothing to worry about. Y'all gonna be having a good time. Y'all gonna get some of that moonshine, and everybody gonna be feeling good. Y'all ain't gonna
I
feel
already got,
no cold.
already got some at the house. I already
Man,
prepared.
man, we. I hear you.
When everybody else worried about going to the liquor store and stuff. Nah, I'm good.
Shit, you gonna need some. I promise. I promise you. Some damn extra antifreeze.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So y'all looking at expanding the first of the year?
Oh yeah, I am definitely. I plan to implement the dump truck that we got and put my log trailer back on the road.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, because you can't find too many people that want to go out long distance. And I
Yeah,
mean, I,
everybody want to
I
stay
I
home.
haven't really went to the unemployment office. I've been doing a lot of word of mouth. But man, I'll pay a joker pretty good as long as he can handle that truck. And I got an old school truck, big long nose Freightliner. But every time you talk to somebody, they don't want to go away from the house. And
Gotta be
the
home
good,
every night.
yeah, they got to be home every night. I'm like, man, you should be able to get away, be away from your wife at least once a night to make money. You know what I mean?
I
I
know.
mean, I can't guarantee you every night, but I can probably get you home every couple nights.
Yeah. That's
But
what I'm
that's
running
it.
into because
Uh,
these drivers and it's like they don't want to work. Or the ones that are working, they already got them to quit.
no, man, it really don't, and that's a shame. And right now, I mean, it's not enough local work. You know what I mean? But I guess you just got to roll with the punches. Uh, I don't know. You got to have experience to go local. I mean, because it's too much of a rat race. Over the road, you do have a little laid back. You ain't gonna run into the city until you get there. To deliver. But local, you're in the city every day, or you're in the rat race every day. And all these newbies, man, it's just it'd be too much of a try to put them out there. I wouldn't. You know, want to find somebody with at least a couple of years experience.
I'm thinking about
Hello.
going to the FMCSA and starting to be a authorized trainer where I can train them how I want
Oh,
to train.
okay. Okay, that's what's up. That's where it's at, bro. That is where
Yeah,
it's at. All these schools, man. You Jay talked about that because we saw
yeah.
all these different schools popping up everywhere, man. And come to find out, which they always have been, the government is paying them. I guess they just caught wind of it because when we used to go back to those big companies, we used to go to those big companies back in the day, and they put us up in those hotels. You would just think that it's on the company, but it's not. They're getting that money from the government as
They
supplements.
getting all that money back.
Yeah, they get it all back. And that's what these little companies, little startup companies, is doing. But and Jerry, you mentioned that, man, but we ain't never made no move on it by starting a
I
driving
forgot
school.
about it. Started uh that was like January, February, and then when I went out to Texas, I forgot about it. Started doing other stuff, and uh, but J Dub, what on what our information or where'd you find your information for that?
I just Googled it. Um, and the previous company I worked for, like a 3 truck operation, they told me about it and they're supposed to be sending me a package, but it's just contact the FMCSA. So I gotta wait till after the holidays to follow through with it. But contact the FMCSA, tell them you want to be a trainer, want to authorize trainers, and then once you do all that, I guess you get put in the system. You can be public or private. I'm gonna stay private because I'm training my drivers. I'm not training
Right.
everybody else.
Yeah,
There you go.
If they want to take it and go somewhere else with it, cool. But that's where you gotta look at your pros and cons. A young guy
Right.
coming in the game, he gonna be willing to listen. An older guy, we always set in our ways when it comes to this stuff.
Right. Right, bro. Exactly. And
yeah. Cause me and
even
you
though
talked
they
about that, man. Man, you talked about hey, if you train a driver, you're training the driver the way you
you want
want
him to,
your
yeah.
yeah, you want them to
Yep,
operate and you want your equipment to be maintained and run.
That's it.
yep,
I mean, that's a mouthful right there, bro. Because I mean, if you ride with him, you train him, you know how he's gonna drive it. When you're not there, because you trained him.
Yep.
yep.
So makes more sense.
Did
It's
you
just
have to go to a class or anything when you did that?
yeah, they do a online course. The guy that I used to work with, he just finished his up before Christmas. They did like a little, it's basically an online class, and you know how that stuff is. Just click through a PowerPoint, answer a couple of questions, and keep it moving.
Yeah.
All of it's common sense because he showed me a lot of this stuff, and I was just like, it can't be this easy.
Hey, sometimes, man, you'd be surprised. They make it seem like it is, make you just get discouraged.
Yeah,
But
they just
but
add more paperwork to it and scare people off.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I mean, I'm gonna do that, man. I really am. Because you said that, Jerry. I just never moved on it. But
Well,
you were
look
talking
at
about
it.
the school, and then you was telling me about at least training my own drivers. I was like,
Look at the
well,
area that you're in. They get out of their high school between them
Hmm.
two. But well, I guess Bassel has a high school. Yeah, Bassel got a high
well,
school.
they don't combine. Yeah, they got one.
But between them two, you can take a package to the school and say, hey, you're offering this training and such, and if anyone whoever what blah 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 is interested, you're offering this training course and they can have a skill such and such blah blah blah. Because if anything, yeah, you can go to a local church and like, hey,
Hmm.
this is the training that I'm offering to the community. If any of the young people are interested in it, and you can go from there, or anybody between the ages of such and such, you can pretty much go from there. Because
Hmm.
that was
Another
what I was
secret to
looking
it,
at doing this back here with.
yeah. Another secret to it is too if y'all stay next to any military bases because they do that end of enlistment orientation, basically where they talk about career fields and stuff like that. And they'll do like job fairs and stuff like that for people that's getting out
Yeah.
of the military.
Hmm.
And now
Okay.
you're hiring a veteran, so you get that tax credit along with some other stuff,
Hmm.
and you in the system. So yeah,
That's what's up, man. That's good. That's interesting.
yeah. Well, it's just making everything work because all this stuff is just words right now.
Right. Well, no, no. The thing about hiring the veterans and getting the tax credit and all. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
listening.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Because I'm a
Cause I,
veteran. All reason I got into trucking was because people kept making me mad on
I
these factory jobs. I got
yeah.
arrested my first year after I got out of the military for choking out a supervisor.
Damn.
That's when I started driving trucks, and I ain't looked back since.
No, man. Cause trucking, you're on your own pretty much. Nobody bothering you. Only time you interact is at the shipper, at the receiver.
You know,
So,
or when you want to.
right. That's a beauty. That's a beauty part of the job. That's why I like it.
You know,
But definitely, we gotta look into that, Jerry. I keep every time I talk to this man about consolidating, uh, you always take off to Texas or somewhere. But man, you were talking about that skid steer. You, me, and my brother ought to get together, bro, and make a pretty good landscaping or whatever company, man.
Hell yeah, because
you
I've been thinking about it and look getting that sawmill.
Yeah.
The sawmill and doggone it. That's what I was supposed to send you.
I don't know
What do you
about the
call it?
sawmill, but I know where one is at in Columbia that's been shut down. Probably can get the stuff
No,
for
no,
cheap.
no, not that big.
No, this
The
is a
personal
small.
sawmill.
This is a
Yeah.
small. Yeah, this is a small. They did how you say it? The work. They did distinct work or whatever, like cuts, whatever design cuts.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like the different strips in the wood. They were cut like the walls. The house I lost to the fire. All of that, I had that. They cut that for me because that was that knotty pine and it was tongue and groove.
know, okay.
And good
hmm
luck trying to find that now.
Find it now. I promise you. You had to go the last place before I lost that house because I didn't finish the walls. Well, you remember it right around the fire part of the water thing, whatever the hot water tank. I
Yeah.
went there and they was shut down, so I had to go to Hazelhurst to get it. But yeah, to get wood cut like that now, bro. Oh yeah, it's far and in between.
You got to pay nowadays
Yeah, man.
because
There's some
you
specialty
can find
cuts.
stuff. You gotta find it, and then when you find it, the prices these cats be asking for is just like,
Yep.
Oh yeah, lumber's high, period. But especially if you ever see that orangey looking wood, not the yellow wood, but that orange. I think that's a spruce or something. See, a lot of people make houses out of. That's some expensive wood, man. Where it looks like an old wood house, but it's actually a modern house. And that
You're
yeah,
not
wood is
talking about
high.
cedar, are you?
That spruce or cedar,
Okay.
it's in that hardwood family. And it's
yeah.
tell you, man. But it's whatever, bro, because we can do it, man. I got you got the land now.
No, I don't know. I'm trying to get the rest of it. Oh,
Well, you got to
they
keep,
came out here. Oh, they came out here. No, they surveyed the other part of it, so I should be hearing back from them within the next week
Now they
or
want the
within the year.
same. They want the same amount or the same amount per acre, because that's what a half acre, acre and a half.
I think it's an acre and a half. Cause I got a map of it, and then I got a map that I outlined, but I saw where they the surveying guys walked back to the neighboring property, and I was like, okay, so y'all going way back here because there's a used to be a fence there that's behind the barn, and I'm like, okay, so if it goes back even that far, that's even better. So where is it at? It goes all the way to the ditch because it's just a matter of whether the shed is part of it or not. And I
Mm.
saw where they got one of the orange ribbon things tied off in front of the shed, and then they got one behind the shed. So I don't know how they're gonna do that.
I mean, is it going through the shed, or
No, it's there's like some space behind the shed, and there's one of the things tied off on the fence that runs along the property line. Then there's another one tied off in front of the shed that runs along the fence that's on the property line. The shed is on the other side of the fence. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, it don't sound like it's part of it. If it's the way you're saying it.
No,
Or it's dope.
it's either going to be with the house that somebody else has purchased, or to be with the property that I'm looking at.
Hmm. Well, you better
I
get them to do it, because I had to actually had them to come out twice, Jared. Now that you're talking about that, I had to have them to come out here twice because those guys went back there on that one end, and they didn't square. They left off like hell 30 something feet, 33 feet off a little corner right back there behind the house, back there where the old
Y-
boy's house is at.
Yeah.
So go around there and mark with him, bro. You got to walk with him, because when I called him back out here again, I went back there and walked with them. You know what I mean? And had them to show me each and every flag. Then I had to make them go back here behind my house and put through there. Them guys, bro. You got to pick. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend them to anybody else.
What's the name of
and
them guys?
Oh, let's see. If I go to my things, will it cut you off? Go to my video, my messages.
It probably will. But
Okay, but it's
I
that
hold
list you
on.
sent me. You sent me them, the ones you sent me, but I was trying to see which one it was. I think it was the bottom one. Philip.
Yep, the Boundary Line Enterprises.
Philip
Yeah.
Hall. Philip Hall.
Yep.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend them, bro. They came out
The
here with a damn Onyx Hunt on their phone. I got Onyx Hunt on my phone. I wanted
yeah.
you to come out here with the damn telescopes and
Yeah, that's what them
to
guys had
really
over here.
yeah, bro. What he did, I could have done, you know. But hell, I'd already done assessed, gave him the job. So, and then I had to go right,
yeah,
like I said, I had to go right back behind him. Call him back out here again. I meant to say.
yeah, yeah, just be careful
Mm.
with them surveying companies.
Yeah, man, because you got to watch them. You need to review. See, I already know where my lines are at. I just needed them to come out here to legally bind it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
make it official.
so right, there you go, bro. My bad, to make it official. And and when he come out here, I was like, man, where's the other flag at? Oh, well, that's it. Your land stops right here. Like, no, no, it doesn't. It goes down that way because that guy has just 1 acre out of this 10. his is cut out of just a square line. I mean, so it's a part on this side of his house that I own. There's a part on that side of his house that I own. So gotta watch him.
Yeah. Because they'll snatch
Hmm
that little small square
Yes,
footage.
they would. This lady, that's what made me do the thing anyway. This lady just inherited some land. I mean, cut you off, bro, but she
You're
tried to
good.
do that. She tried to do that just then. They'll do it, man. The little
Yeah.
bit. I'm like, come on, man. And we were the first person. This is a big plot of land, but I was the second person. It's a community now, but I was the second person in here. So how the hell you gonna come in here and try to say that ain't my land? I know where the lines were at before you got here. We made the lines. Shit.
Yeah.
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 They
And
try,
then a
they
Now
lot
you
try
of
just
doing that
got to
with
get
money.
that one house. Got to get that
Yeah.
that
man, I
that
wish
last one,
Jerry,
bro. You just got to get his house, bro. Once you get
don't
his
even
house,
mention
that's
it.
it. You will
Don't
have
even.
consolidated the entire neighborhood except for the one.
Oh,
Good.
you're rubbing the old wound, bro.
Hey, look,
I
look.
tried, I tried and failed to get that house.
Hey, you know where my gate is, right? I'm trying to get that
Yeah,
house on the
to
right
the
side.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah, the wood house or the brick house? Well,
the brick
to the
house.
right. Well, that's on the okay. That's on the left coming out the gate, right?
Yeah,
The
when
wood
I'm
house.
coming
Yeah,
out
the wood
the.
house is on the right.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, go for it, there, big timer. And you
Right.
can, man, you got a good site, bro, to put a lot. You tell me about a trailer park, bro. You got you got a
Oh,
spot.
got
You
to
got a
stick to
good
the
spot.
trailer parks out in Mississippi.
Yeah, man. I mean,
Oh yeah, trailer parks is like
that's a good
I didn't
cash
realize
cow.
trailer parks are like the trailer parks is the
You
yeah
take one, you take 2 acres. I can show you. Well, we've all seen them, but it's a
Yeah.
place in Tylertown. Man, this guy's got about 2 acres, but he's got about 20 trailers
yeah
on there. Everybody's
Yep.
got it's pretty much a lot. Everybody's got a lot. Like, man, bro, you can't tell me he paying me, bro. That's a
Three
lick.
hundred dollars a pop. $400 a pop.
Ah, gotta be
yep.
more than that, man. About $600-700 because you put them on Section 8, and
Oh
it's
yeah, you
seven
write
eight
your
hundred
own check at
dollars.
that point. Yeah.
Yeah, and you got 10 trailers. That's $8,000 a month.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I know
Shoot.
out here in my area, Georgia, or the counties I'm dealing with, they won't allow you to do trailer parks no more.
Huh.
Yeah, some
Well,
That's
development
what I
company
don't get.
coming
If you're
in
in the
and doing
county,
like yeah,
you know what? Well, I guess they'll stop you anyway. But I always thought the exception to that rule was you had to skirt it with bricks or something, to make it permanent.
yeah.
But that may
That
not
is
be
one of
there.
the that's one of the ways of doing it.
Yeah.
But they'll do everything. Like you tell them you're gonna put a trailer on the property or you're cleaning the property off, because they want you to tell them where you're gonna run your utility lines at. And if you start running all them utility lines, and once you get all that stuff permanent, that's when they'll start coming in like, oh no, you can't do this. But
And I mean,
I've been
if
doing
it's
I've been doing
good,
construction most of my life, so I ain't paying nobody to do it. I'm doing it myself. Borrow
right?
somebody's equipment and go knock it out real quick.
Yeah. I mean, shit. Hell yeah, save a buck. But
Yeah.
that's messed up, man. But I know a lot of these cities have their little zoning codes and stuff.
Hmm.
Uh, hmm.
yep, I got a 20-page little book of all the stuff that okay, it can't be this, it can't be that, it could be this, it's on for this, it's on for that. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So one part before I even start messing with it, it's that's just like what a gate is. I'm gonna get me a privacy fence to go around so that as I'm doing stuff back here, can't nobody be like, oh no, you can't. What? No, it was already here.
Hmm. Right, exactly.
You could always just go out back and just with your pistol and say you're target practicing. They keep a lot of people from looking at what you're doing.
Exactly. Oh, how is that, Jerry? Can you shoot? That's the city limits, though. Huh?
No, man, no, dude,
You
Oh,
should
okay.
the
should be
the
able to because
fairground is right there. Ain't none of that going on here unless you
oh
can
you
put it in something where it's soundproof or the sound doesn't come out of that.
I was
Mm-hmm.
gonna say you could do a private gun range. You can apply for that. Just say it's a private gun range. You don't take any money or anything for it. They can't say anything as long as you build the berms up. And you can build a berm out of railroad ties. And them things is damn near free. Stack a bunch of those
Now
up.
I did think about doing that, like using a shipping container as the frame, and then dirting it up around it, making the backstops and stuff like that with a shipping container. That way it will be underground. But that was just like some bootleg stuff that came into my mind.
Hey, it ain't bootleg. You can make a killing doing it.
Yeah, put two
You
of
get
them
it.
together, and what does that be? About at least 100 yards.
Dude, I'm
Yeah.
happy you said. I don't have the pictures of it, but this guy built a 3-story like shipping container shop, and I got to
Oh,
go
they got.
back and talk to this guy because it's in law and it is tight because the way because I was looking at it like, damn, what did you use to get that third one up there on the top with?
A damn
Because it's
crane.
three of them. It's
Yeah.
like two on the bottom,
Nowhere around
two in the
that.
middle, and two on the top.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
And the way he got it made, it is slick as hell. I'm like, oh, okay.
No,
That
send me
finish work.
mm-hmm. Oh,
Finish it
they
up and
man,
make it look
it's a
good.
bunch of those houses in New Orleans, bro. And I mean, it's amazing. It's one man. He did all of the wood. You know, it's painted. The containers are painted, and then the wood is varnished. I mean, it looks really nice. And then you got he parks up under the thing. You know, it's on stilts, like it's on the wood. It's
Yeah.
cool. And he got two of them. They're kind of in an L shape. And then man, it's really nice.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Got the deck built up there on the front like that. Like I said, they're in the L, and the deck is in the L. Is on the L where they come in.
Yeah, 'cause you gotta
35.
put
Well, hmm?
you gotta put a
What's that now?
foundation down on it.
Oh
You know,
yeah,
when you do them civic thing and stuff.
hmm yeah.
You
He
either
had
gotta be on slab or block.
yeah. Well, it was up in the air. Now he had them big old pillars, them big wood pillars. And I mean, I'm pretty sure they had to put blocks up under them, to make sure they
Yeah.
don't sink anymore. Cause it's New Orleans, they're sinking every day.
Yeah.
Man, bro. But Mr. J, man, I am finna have to tear out. I hate to leave y'all fellas. Let y'all conversation go on.
You gonna venture out
It
in the
is
cold?
Huh?
You about to venture out in the cold?
No, no, no. I just need to take care of
Okay.
something else. Yeah, let's go get a little noisy.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to disrupt the blog.
I got you, man. I did
Yeah.
mine. I did mine yesterday.
Okay.
Well,
Yes, yes, yes.
be
But
safe out there.
yeah,
You be safe out there.
I sure will, brother. You too now. All right, then, Mr. JP3000.
All right, bro. I'll holler at you later. Be safe. Keep your head up, man, and one day at a time, man.
Same here, bro. You too. Later.
Yep.
Yeah. How much longer you staying on, JP?
Huh?
How long are you gonna stay on?
I have no idea, man. This was one of those. This
Third
morning, dude.
moment.
I don't even get up this early in the morning. I don't. I don't. I think I was up at like 5, 6 o'clock. I'm like, I'm not going outside. I need some time to kill. While I let it warm up outside. I'm like, we got to do a
Yeah.
live. Like, what the heck?
Hey, that's how it starts, man. I mean, that's how you build your channel up. Just hopping on doing it live. I mean, I plan on doing it next year. Um, I was gonna do the driving, just driving and recording me driving and put some little
Oh yeah, yeah.
music over
And
it.
you know what, bro? I wish I'd have done a lot more of those. Cause you
Yeah,
put that on and put some music to it and just like one
yep,
guy said, it's a good way to start building an audience without you know have having to worry about doing a whole lot in the beginning. And hey,
yeah. Teach you a lot about the skill because I got a cousin. He would say he wanted to be a YouTuber. And he gonna tell you, he fucking 30 years old talking about he want to be a YouTuber. I'm just like, boy, you got hopes and dreams.
man,
Because
cause
what
that
you know how to edit videos. You know, do you have a personality? Because that's all this stuff is what's your personality.
yeah, cause
Yeah.
cause from what I've seen is it's gonna go one of three ways. Your audience that's tuning in for what you're talking about or the subject or the subjects plural, or your audience is tuning in to you, and then you have like how to stuff.
Yeah, I could have been done a how to rewire a semi truck, even though you have no idea what the hell you're doing.
Yeah,
I've been trying to hunt down the wire diagram for my Freightliner. Because on the Freightliners they have that shutdown override switch, engine protection thing.
Man,
I've been
why didn't
trying to.
you ask him, man? Because he got two Freightliners, a classic and the Century.
Yeah, shoot. I'm about to just hop in somebody else's Century and start chasing some wires down. Because my buddy, he got a shop. He talking about selling his shop, but his price he talking about was outrageous. Well, for me, I'm too broke for that. Said he want to sell it for $1 million. I was like, if you can get a mill off of it, hey, don't hold it for me because I ain't got that kind of money.
Hey man, look it out there where you at, bro. Ain't nothing out there cheap.
Yeah, I'm Northeast Georgia, so right here by South Carolina, and then I got the Freightliner dealership right here, about 20 minutes away. So
Wait a minute. You should be able to get it free from Freightliner. They may not give you the whole diagram, but they'll at least have the from what you talking about to where it's going.
I'm cast refused to sell it or to give it to me. That's my biggest problem. I got to go talk to another dealership and see if I can get it because the guys I'm dealing with, they have no idea what the hell's going on. They keep telling me I need to bring the truck into the shop and blah blah blah. It's like, dude, just tell me where this wire to this wire goes.
I say
But
call a Freightliner, and it's not Nashville, in Knoxville, Tennessee. Call
yeah,
them because they pretty
yeah.
helpful, and even they even helpful on other trucking stuff that ain't Freightliner.
Well, it's just you learn the dealerships you got to deal with, and this one up here ain't hitting on nothing. They just try to sell you parts. Oh, let me
Or
tell you
get you to
this
bring that
story.
shop in so they can work on it.
Yeah, yeah, bust your head. Let me tell you this little story. A buddy of mine, he was working with this guy. This guy wanted to be an owner operator at the beginning of this year.
Yeah.
So his wife cut him a check for $100,000. You like, damn, that's a lot of money. Well, this idiot, he went looking at two places for semi truck, found one at a shop that was torn apart. I mean, straight up front clip gone, engine torn apart, all this other stuff. He was just like, yeah, I want this truck. This motherfucker paid $75,000 for this damn semi truck that was torn apart and not running. Now the guy called me the
What they
other day, and he was crying about it. He was just like, I done spent almost $150,000 on my truck and it's messed up. I was like, ooh,
okay? I know what it sound like. You said it sound like you said he bought a truck for 70,000 that was in a shop.
mm-hmm, correct.
What'd you say
That
was
was
missing?
the whole front clip was torn off. The hood was off of it. The motor was torn apart because it had been
Oh
in an
no,
accident.
man. No. Oh hell no, not no.
Yeah.
Hell, like no. I was like maybe they're already replacing everything with all new stuff, and he's just having to pay for the truck, and the new stuff comes with it with purchase or something.
Oh no. Oh no.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. So he's about I say honestly probably about $200,000 if my numbers are correct of what he got invested in his truck right now between all the bullshit he doing. I was like, that's why it took me so long to be an owner operator because hearing stories like that, I was just like, brother, you can't be that stupid.
And man, a lot of it is people having unrealistic expectations. At least anybody that's been a driver, they got the driving part. So
Hmm.
if something happens, the driver, the owner, can get in it and drive the truck, and the truck can make money.
Yeah.
Versus somebody who just gets into it and has no concept of it, they're spending and paying somebody else to keep it going until it's like somebody said, uh, he said, don't start a company, buy a company. Well, if you don't know what you're buying and you don't know what's going on in that industry that you're buying into, that could be a
Hmm.
trap.
Yeah. Well, dude said he got like 30 years of experience in trucking. And I was just like, you got 30 years. About to retire
But that
60
but,
something
but
years
but
old.
that's different. That's different. 30 years of driving
Yeah,
versus,
that's it. Yeah, that's what it sounds like to me too.
because it's that's one thing I can say. The oil feels a bit different. Unless somebody just wants to drive and that's it. A person can find that in the oil field, but you
Hmm.
can drive and then you'll be doing other stuff. You'll start doing something else that's part of the job, and it kind of almost incorporates a person into being more hands on with stuff
Yeah,
versus just going straight from the road and okay now if it's not on a truck and had never worked on nothing and never been one to attempt to work on like that's different unless a person just has that 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 tinkering
that is.
mentality to
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
because now these cats they trying to get since I've been off for the past month or so. I've been doing a lot of mechanic work on people's stuff, and I keep telling these cats I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. But I can figure it out. It ain't that complicated. Because everybody tell you, oh, diesel is it's different than a car. No, it's not. It's got all the same features except for an air system. That's the only difference in it. It's got a motor.
It's a
It's got a
combustion
transmission.
vehicle.
Yeah. How you wire up a head like really? Okay. $100 an hour. I come do it. When can you get to it? I was just playing.
But that is
Yeah.
something to look into, man. If you even if you can just change brakes, just tires, basic stuff like that, and just offering that,
Uh,
because that's how
Mobile
brokers
PM
got to
service.
be what brokers are. They
Yeah.
just said, hey, we're trying to do the least amount of work and get something in between point A and point B. And that's what
Yeah.
brokers are. They are they are connection between point A to point B to where a shipper doesn't have to contact or call 10 or 15 or three drivers that are on live looking for a load. Instead, they can just call that broker who's got 20.
Yeah. You ever think about it? Isn't the trucking game like the dope game? There's money to be made, but everybody want to be in the middle of it. Uh,
I mean, yeah, but I never I know what you're saying and I agree
yeah,
with you, but I never look at it that way because the the negative impacts of what the dope game is versus the transportation industry. At least the transportation industry is an industry globally within itself that'll stand by itself through time,
yeah,
whatever. If
yeah,
if the if whatever chemical or plant or something that gets wiped off the face of the planet, stuff will still need to be transported all the way from when it was horse and buggy to uh, just people on horseback and camelback and all that kind of stuff. So moving stuff has always been an industry, and it's also an industry that helps to build empires because you know the people in the area would gain more resources from moving stuff from point A to point B and selling it, and then
hmm,
that area would grow in prominence. So the
yeah,
it, and the dope game hasn't really benefited us. It's more of
no,
leached off of us, poisoned us, destroyed us, and then
yeah,
put in place a way of thinking, an incarcerated way of thinking of how the world is from that cycle of going through the going through the
and
jail system, going through the prison
yeah,
system, and then getting out and then carrying those mentalities back over into life and then recycling it all the way back out again. That's why I don't, but I know what you're saying, and I agree with.
yeah. It's perspective at the end of the day. I mean,
Yeah,
all I'm saying is, like if you look at it, it's a legal way, but yet we deal with all the same troubles as a dope gang. You know, but it's legit. You can make a hell of a lot of money. It's about how much money you taking in. Because I've just been on a lot of people's live streams lately, just in the background, and just seeing how they act and how they talk, how they present themselves. It's just
oh
like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
why y'all trying to act like the latest greatest rapper or something? Like, bruh, we all broke out here. 'Cause if we had money, we wouldn't be out here talking about it.
Exactly.
You know? Yeah. So, all right, I just got sidetracked with that. I just thought about that. listening to Pastor Troy for a minute there. Getting back in my old ways.
Hey man, passenger truck, man, that's like getting down the road, or when you first when you getting ready when you coming down the hill to Atlanta, you know what I'm talking about.
Hmm.
When you on 20,
Yeah.
you on 20, you heading east, and you at the top of the hill, and you start coming down before you get to the loop, and
Yep.
okay, you put on some passenger short in because that's what time it is. It's on after that. You know what I'm
Yep.
talking about, bro.
Oh yeah. That junk is crazy. That's why I don't go to Atlanta no more. You know, I'm thinking about getting another truck next year like you guys did, and leasing one onto a company until I pay off some trailers. I want to get back in a flatbed. That's what I really want to do. So because people told me flatbed, oh you don't make money in flatbed, but everybody
They
looking
do
at
make money in flatbed. They don't know.
yeah
They don't know what they're talking about. That was just people saying that to discourage other people from doing it. That's all.
yeah
There's
it's
money
like
in flatbed. You're just gonna
y'all
have
talking
to.
about that new steel that company all the steel coils. I was just like, man, there's money there. Talking
Yep.
about logging, well, them 2x4s got to get there somehow, and they ain't put it on a reefer unit. You know,
And Chandler said it. He actually said it before you came on. He said, or he said it while you're on. It's all about going direct and getting as many people out of your pockets as you possibly can,
yeah,
so that it's almost like entertainment. The people in entertainment, singers, songwriters, whatever, they want the
yeah,
money from the the show. But then if they're signed to a label, the label's getting the money, the promoter's getting the money, and all these other people are getting the money until you get to the point to where the only thing TLC made was $30,000 for the entire year.
yeah. Well, that cash advance because they got to pay hairdressers, designers, makeup artists. They got to pay all that stuff. So they'll from that money. And then when that bill comes due, that's all they're left with, pennies on a dollar. That's why you see this surge of independence coming out, and that's why I thought this whole situation with COVID was going to be was just like a uprising of independent because
Yep.
people should have realized these companies ain't got your back. You're only as good as your last load with them. Then you hear about all these companies laying people off left, right, and center. Well, now's the time to try and make a move in this game. You just got to be smart about your money. Don't be sitting up here spending $75,000 on a truck that's barely out of the shop. You know, get you something at a decent price and keep it moving.
Cause man, I've been blessed, bro. I've
Yeah,
I've done good, and my truck hadn't let me down, and I make sure I take care of the truck. Oil changes. I change my oil way more frequent than I should, but hey, this truck's been running, so I'm gonna keep doing it.
what's your investment?
Oh man, I need to change my doggone oil in that other truck. I do not feel like doing that today. Do not feel like doing
Hey,
that today.
it'll warm back up Monday. The oil will be there. Let's do it on Monday.
Yeah, but I need to accomplish something today.
All right.
Hmm.
You know, what do you do
Like
for
right now,
hobbies,
I'm
man?
standing outside my back door, and yeah, still don't see me going outside today. I really should, but I just don't see it.
Yeah,
Just don't see it right now.
right. Do like I did. I picked up knife making knives. I
You
suck
pick
at it, but
you
yeah,
picked up what?
knife making blades and stuff.
Man, okay, that's when you start getting too much time on your hands.
No, it really ain't. It's really not as time consuming as people think it is. I ain't talking about beating a round piece of metal and no. Go get me
Okay,
a
okay, okay.
yeah. Go get me a sheet of metal and just cut out my design and just leave it at that.
And then just
You know?
shopping it, and hey, man, get you one of them. What do you call that? One of those CNC machines. Yes, thank you for bringing
Oh
that up.
yeah.
I had an idea for something a while back, and I don't know which notebook I put it in. I know it's not in this one. I need to write that down. I had an idea for some inventions and stuff, and I needed a CNC machine and a welder.
You know. Harbor Freight for your welder. They, it's cheap and it gets the job done. You don't need to spend all that money on a welder. I picked up
Oh
that.
no. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna spend a whole lot of money. Plus, it's gonna be running off of a house current. Like it's not gonna be a commercial, so it ain't gonna be nothing. And as long as I can weld my fences, that galvanized pipe and stuff, that's it.
Yeah, just be careful with galvanized because that's toxic when you get the welding on it.
The what?
That galvanized steel, it's got a coating on it.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah,
I
just be
got my
careful with that
mask,
stuff.
my welding mask, and my respirator and everything.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Which I
You
always
gotta have
thought
a
that about welding, though. Anyway, from smelling
yeah.
that gas.
Yeah. Well, I used to stick weld around the house and stuff, and I don't see how these cats be doing that. All them fumes and smoke just coming in your lungs and stuff.
Dude, I think it starts with the welding class because that's how everybody welds like that. You know, I learned how to weld like that from a job in welding
Hmm.
class. You just put the you just put the shield on and start welding.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people just weren't thinking about it.
Yeah. I always thought, just put a low power fan on the other side so the gas ain't blowing directly in your face. You're
Yeah,
not much
yeah,
messing with your weld puddle and stuff when you get
yeah.
down into it. Because you got to be that close to see what the hell you're doing. But just a little simple breeze going across, man, I ain't saying have a jet plan blowing on you or nothing, but just something to get the air moving away from your face. Uh, yeah, think about taking up gunsmithing next year too. I don't know. Put all this stuff in my damn back pocket so I can always use it in case I ever decide to get out the truck.
Cause bro, let me tell you, ain't ain't no place like ain't no place like home, man. But at some point, all of us gotta add more tools in that tool bag.
Yeah, so that's why
Legit.
I got thinking about doing alcohol next year as well. Get my distiller's license.
Yeah.
Start making my own moonshine. Yeah,
Why the hell not?
I mean, if Snoop Dogg can sell liquor, so can I. That's how I look at it.
And on top of that is as long as you got the space and you got the privacy, you can pretty much do whatever you want. And unless
Yeah,
somebody gets to snooping on purpose, hell, you can damn near get away with just about anything. And out outside of stuff that's overtly illegal.
yeah.
But like the small stuff, man, they ain't.
I ain't worried about
uh,
you. It ain't worth that time for them to come out and bother you about this stuff. Yeah. So what you got planned for Christmas? You gonna chill with the family?
Yeah, I'm gonna chill with the family. I'm probably gonna hang out at the house because I'm trying to find something real quick.
Hmm.
Okay. I Yeah, because I got my sister lives a block away from me. My other sister lives maybe about 5 miles. My brother lives about 20 miles away from here. So, and then you got all their kids that live somewhat close by and stuff. So, other than that, man, I'm just chilling. I'm just
Yeah,
chilling.
yeah. Yeah, when's the
Hey,
last time you seen me?
were you going back to lease on with somebody to run sand, or you doing something different?
I was gonna do something different. There's a little box company out here, Lad. Let me give them a shot. Because the whole thing with the sand stuff is I got to get a truck all the way from Georgia out to Texas, and I ain't trying to have that motor blow in between here and there. So figured do something here. It'll be 6 states. But then somebody was also telling me about getting on with Landstar. But the whole thing with Landstar, it's a lot harder than people think it is. Because your stuff don't pass snuff. They ain't trying to hear that. Backup
And,
horn, city horn,
and
that
you can
stuff.
always just become a an approved carrier. Just pull their stuff off their board. So like you said,
Yeah,
you got options.
yeah. As I tell Cass, I'm looking at all my options. I mean, when y'all were talking about in one video, y'all were talking about the oil field out there in Mississippi. I was just like, what? I was thinking about that. Oil field up in Virginia. People don't know there's one up there. Oil fields all over the place. Uh, yeah, I gotta pay all these idiots all this money, trying to drag that on. I'm talking about what was it? 1,100 for my tags for next year. My authority, they talking about me paying them $8,000. But just like Chase and Andrew said, I'm trying to go find the cheapest price. It went from $2,000 to $8,000. Somebody got to explain that to me. So, yeah, been
Oh,
chilling
wait a
and
minute.
waiting.
Say that again.
My insurance, it went from $2,000 a year for my truck to $8,000 a year.
And are you
You
going from
know,
full coverage? From
no, it's $1 million policy. Uh, 'Cause that's what Landstar and a lot of these other carriers require you to have 750,000 to $1 million policy.
yeah,
Yeah, I was just like, what happened to my prices last year? Why it go up so much? It's not really like it's that big of a deal either. You know, what is it, 800 a month, give or take? That ain't too bad for insurance, but it's just like, damn, what's with the price jump though? What are y'all changing the policy that's making it different?
yeah. I see what you're saying. And
Yeah,
some of it is, man. Whenever they go up, you need to contact them and saying, hey, ask them why is it going up, what's the difference, and have them explain it to you and put it in writing, and
yeah.
then say,
I'm
hey, you
working
know
with
what,
a working with an insurance broker, so y'all talk about brokers, but that's how I got my cheap policy to begin with. But that's what she said. I guess I slipped through the cracks as a new authority and stuff, and I'm just like, hey, whatever, man.
says, no, okay, then you need to put me back in the crack that I was already in, and we need
Yeah,
to keep on walking.
yep. Hey, I love them prices. My insurance went up but $200 a month. That's automotive insurance.
Exactly.
Shoot, shoot, hell. But like I said, it's through Progressive, and everybody got their own opinion about Progressive. But I got my opinion about insurance in general. You need it to roll, but as soon as you need them to help you out, they ain't there. Come with every reason not to
Unless
pay
they
their
gotta
stuff
be.
out.
Unless they gotta be.
It'd be what it be. If it is 8,000, I mean, you gotta bite the bullet, but I'll make more than that. Work for a month, pay that whole for the year, and keep it moving. You know. Yeah. So did you ever go back out to uh, Texas?
No, I ain't going back out there. It's gonna
I
have
know
to be something. I don't know how to even I don't know how to even put it into words to get me to go back out there.
they're gonna have to
Is
pay you a hell of a
as
lot of
far as
money.
West Texas goes.
Yeah. Hey, look, if they were paying like they were when all that stuff when we first got out there, and that money was good. Okay, but now, mm-mm, you got to
And the
be
thing
running a
is,
blower in your truck.
they're changing everything over from where i- independent carriers could get on with companies. They're eliminating that now. So
Hmm.
everybody has a lease on with somebody else.
Yep. Which don't make no damn
Like,
sense. They're eliminating competition out there.
yeah,
Now you're gonna
it's
have.
that and the people with more trucks saying, hey, you know what, we we're already doing this much for you. So just have everybody else go through us, and how about we cut a rate as competing companies. So
Mhm.
between what's the company with the nice Peterbilt trucks in West
uh,
Texas?
Western
Western
Express,
Flyer.
Western Flyer, yeah,
Yeah, them
yeah,
and let's say two other companies that got a lot of trucks and they got trucks outside the oil field. Saying, hey,
yeah.
we can compete at this rate if y'all are willing to do this, and we don't have to have a contract about it. We're just gonna say the rates are gonna be here, but these single one, two, and three truck independent carriers have to go somewhere else, or they have to go
Yeah.
through us. Pretty much just getting rid of a loophole.
And really, one of the loopholes is competition. Healthy competition out there. But once again, the people that make the money make the rules to this stuff. You
Yep.
adapt or fall off the game. I'm not going back to West Texas. I'll tell you that much. That company called me. November. They called me up, asked me if I wanted to come back out and work for them. After y'all safety guy almost got me arrested, you think I'm going to come back and work for y'all? Oh no, no. Sit my butt at the house.
And you may end up finding something what you're looking for, bro. It might just be a matter of it might just be a matter of doggone it, a matter of making some phone calls, because you do got a lot of warehouses north of where you are.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of steel plants out here. I didn't even know. Pneumatics, I just started getting out there and seeing what was out there because my experience, and like I said, my old company, they helped me do a lot. My safety inspections, they had my back. Showed me what all I need to do, this, that, the third. Because I think the lady wants to sell the business. Like she's getting tired of it.
Yeah.
I think she's trying to get rid of it and everything, which is cool. But I'm not in a position to even do it. So I got to go ahead and do it on my own before I can take on that amount of responsibility, customers, and equipment. 'Cause they run majority plastics, and they are mopping up out here. Got more customers than they do work. I mean, they got more work than they do drivers, so they're hurting right now. So yeah,
Yeah, I'm here, man.
I know you say you write stuff down. I was trying to figure out how to turn on the comments so I can see what the chat talking about. He's popping in saying what's up.
Oh yeah. Shout out to Orange Tramel. What's up, man? And Comrade Groove, Sam I am.
Yeah, yeah. So what you gonna do with the other Freightliner, that FLC you got?
I'm gonna probably fix it up and either do flatbed or put a blower on it and it's going to the oil field and put a driver in it. Or
Man,
put a driver in my white truck and
no, don't do that.
I'll
Do not
go
do
in
that.
that the older truck.
No, you put a driver in your other truck. Look, you got to have one clean truck to represent your fleet.
Maybe if
Yeah.
I had like a matching fleet, like if I had gotten
Yeah.
another international
Hmm.
and hell yeah, just rock it all the way out international. But that international, they good trucks. They just stiff as hell.
Yeah.
But it could just be I need a new seat in that sucker too.
What's that? One of them legacy. I was looking at one the other day at the dealership, and they thought I was trying to buy one. I was trying to figure out the suspension on it because hell, I got a welder at the house. How many shocks y'all put on this damn thing?
Yeah. But
Welded
them
up my
legacy
damn
seats,
self.
it's
Yeah.
more than just that. It's what the cushion's made of. Cause my seat out there, the international, them suckers are stiff as rocks. Especially if it's cold.
Ooh.
You go to sit on that sucker, man. It's like sitting on concrete. Until that seat warms up, then it's like it gives a little. But other than that, that sucker is solid.
They may be able to get some new foam installation put in there.
That's what I was gonna do. but instead I just swapped out the passenger side to the driver's side because the driver's side when I first got the truck it was worn out and it was worn out so much to where I was leaning in the truck as I'm driving. I'm like, okay, this ain't gonna work, and that's part of what was hurting my back and stuff. Man, I got that lined out, put that other seat. Cause think about it, when you're in a seat, you're gonna do one of two things: you're going out of it to the left, or you're going into it to the right. But as you're going to the back of the sleeper, just about everybody you lean as you're turning that way, so your seat naturally will start to develop, an indentation from you doing that. And most people,
Yeah,
when you go to make that right turn, you put your hand on the seat as you get up to make that right turn to go to the back of your sleeper.
yeah.
Versus when you're
It's,
getting out of the truck, you step out, but you have to, turn to stand up.
hmm Did you get one of them swivel brackets to put on it?
One of
You
those
know what I'm
what?
talking? The swivel bracket where you can turn it, turn the whole
Oh, it
seat.
does that. I
Oh, it
guess
does
it,
that?
it's got the captain seats in it.
Okay. Yeah. Hell, I was looking at some Camaro seats the other day and trying to figure out how I'm gonna put them in my damn truck. 2015 Camaro seat.
Yeah.
I just want to do something different. I think I can just give me a piece of metal weld across them. I don't need no legacy seats. I got Camaro seats.
Bro, I thought of that with my Lincoln Town car. Like if I got new Lincoln Town car seats and
Mm-hmm.
put those in there with the air ride.
Ooh, right. 'Cause like I said, the majority of them seats they bolt to that bracket, and that bracket can come apart separate. You can separate all this stuff, and then all you gotta do is just copy that bracket onto your the seats you're trying to swap out, and just be careful with your welding. Just weld that piece of metal across it. Drill you a couple holes, and you in the game. That's what I did for my semi truck before I started looking at these Camaro seats. I went and got an '05. So the bracket sits all the way back in the sleeper for the seat base, and it tilts back when you put air in it. Well, I got the
Yeah.
2010 Cascadia seat, and the whole thing was they didn't match up with the brackets on it. So all I did was just did a metal piece straight across it and just drilled some new holes in it and bolted right in there. You know, save some money. And I go to the junkyard a lot when I'm looking for parts. I got tired of going to the dealership.
Y'all have a truck junkyard?
Yeah, a couple of them out here. Yeah, one is Sanson's and Sons. They got a bunch of old stuff out there. Uh, and pretty much if you like what you see, they'll give it to you for a decent price. The seats out of the Freightliner, they were talking about $500 from the dealership. I paid 150 for a leather seat.
Hmm.
So and that was for both of them. I think they really just be coming up with stuff, just like, oh, somebody want this damn thing? Hell, just put a price tag on it. So yeah, we got one there. Another one is Naomi Truck Parts, but he just started up out here. And there's a couple of them up by Gainesville, Georgia. That's about 45 minutes from the house. Yeah, because all I did one day was just type into Google truck parts and just saw what was around me. Started finding a lot of stuff. Like I say, just pick up that phone and call them and see what they do.
Cause I sure got to looking. I gotta get the heck out of this house today. I'm not staying in here all day today.
I
Doc,
told
can
you
it?
get it a knife making.
What?
Make a knife. Go get you a piece of steel, get a grinder, and start making knives.
No, I got a YouTube channel. That stuff will occupy my time in editing videos, and if
Yeah,
all else fails, I can always do some important stuff like getting all my tax information together.
man. Yeah, I
But I
took
don't
care of
see
that
that
stuff
happening
last week.
today.
Yeah, I did that stuff last week because I knew I was gonna run for the rest of the year. You know, and I figure I ain't gonna go back out to January 6th. I'll probably roll back out. All the holidays are done. Everybody's ready to get back to work, and trying to come across a deal out here. There's another dude sold a 2015 Peterbilt 579, I believe it was. He sold it for his payoff plus the mechanic's bill. He only owed $8,000 on the damn truck. So, but his mechanic bill was like $6,000. He left it at the shop, and fucking by the time I had got done talking to my bank, somebody else had already bought the damn thing for a fucking
Yeah, you still
sensor.
gonna run across some more deals like that. Just give
Oh
it
yeah,
just give it a little bit of time. You see.
oh yeah, oh yeah. I ain't mad. I'm just like I didn't expect people to be selling stuff like that. Like you hear about the bad deals cats be making out here. It's just like, bruh, if that was my truck, pay the truck off and sit it in the yard till you get it sorted. Don't just get rid of the damn thing for what about 14,000? Shoot, 14,000 you can have it sitting in the yard for a year and it's not gonna hurt, man. You let it go for 8, for that 14, because people don't know how to work on their own shit. YouTube's a hellacious place. It show you a lot of this stuff. Uh, that reminds me, I need to go wire up my dash cam in my truck.
Are they giving people a discount on? Well, yeah, I know they are. I know they are.
It's 6%. Yeah, which I mean, yes, it's 6%, but I mean, that ain't enough for me to really be worried about. Well, especially with my insurance being so cheap. 6%. What is that? 20 fucking bucks they trying to save me? It ain't nothing, but hell, I'll take it all day, every day. So yeah, I think they give a discount for that, and if you have the lane departure stuff on your truck, they'll give you a discount on that stuff. But yeah, I thought about just wiring up the boxes, just getting a bracket and wiring, just mounting the boxes just to say I got it on my truck. See if I can bust ahead for another discount.
Cause the only things I'm really looking at doing is well, I'm looking at a lot of stuff. But hell, I know I ain't got time to do all of it. The property related stuff is the most important,
Hmm.
and market stuff I'm not messing with until probably around January or February of this year.
Yeah. Well, it takes time, man. It takes time. But once that stuff starts rolling, it's like a snowball going down the hill, bro. You stay on top of it, lose control of it. So when you gonna come
J
out with a
Dub, you gonna
clothing
do a
line?
live after this?
Ah man, no, I ain't doing live. I don't do lives. I just come on here and talk shit to people.
Man, it's
But
time to
nah,
do a live, bro. Might as well. Ain't nobody else doing one right now. Uh,
yeah. But I think I'm my only subscriber on my YouTube channel. I don't even know what the hell the name of it is. Yeah, I might look at it. Start doing that stuff after I start uploading videos, start running lives and stuff, and just answer some basic questions. Not that
hey
stupid
man,
stuff.
dude,
How do I get my CDL? And you guys Google that type of stuff.
if nothing else, just have fun with it. Make
Yeah.
some stuff that you like, and one of the biggest things that'll always like it'll last over time is interview people, which I've got to get more back into doing that. I don't do nowhere near as much of as I did when I was working, but working I was always interacting with people in some kind of way, so I always had a supply of people within
Hmm.
the industry that I was already in.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, I don't know if it's a personal question or not, but you talked to Andrew, Jason Andrew. He doing all right?
I hadn't talked to him since I think the last live when I was leaving when I left Texas.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I know. He uploaded a short with him the other night, riding around with his pistol. I was just like, oh, what the hell's going on here? Don't be messing up your
Huh?
money, bro. Yeah, it's on his stories. I was like, bro, what's going on? Because I couldn't find anything, no video upload or nothing. Like, what happened?
Cause
You
I
know,
got to
if
check
he,
and see.
yeah, just check on him to see what's going on. Make sure he's all right. I know somebody just pissed him off, or he was just shooting just shit talking video or whatever. But certain stuff, that criminal side, you don't put that stuff on the internet because they'll hold that stuff against you in court.
And on top of that, bro, we all got businesses,
Yep.
and that business we gotta run that business, man. We gotta run that
Yeah.
business.
Yeah. Think about the
Cause
business
I'm,
before you think about that personal stuff.
no, cause I'm realizing that now with somebody. Uh, Somebody approached me with the idea to do a project, and I asked them what it was about, and they explained it to me, and I had to think about it for like a good day. Like, okay, so I know what they're saying that they want, and I was trying to see, okay, how is this not going to come back to me if I did it for money?
Yeah.
Because it's just like with you, you know, if you have a company, you're tied to that company. Your image and your likeness is part of that. You're building that brand just like Deion Sanders has built that prime time brand and what he's doing. He's built that.
Yeah.
So if he wants to take that from Jackson State and take that to Colorado State, hey, he can do that. But
Yeah.
anything that can negatively affect that brand, that goes along with it. And
Yeah.
negative stuff is it's hard to get that stuff off.
Well, people don't want. It's the internet. People will never let it go. I don't care if it's 4 years ago or 30 years ago. They'll find some way to hold you against this stuff. Which I thought that's the past is the past, but not nowadays. What I say, man, to everybody listening, don't be posting stuff on the internet that you can't take back. That's why I haven't done a YouTube channel really or live or anything like that with social media because I know the crazy shit I do is just like I have some alphabet boys knocking on my door. So
But
yeah,
just
have
keep
to
it
be more
basic, bro.
careful.
Just keep it basic. And is the simpler you keep it and your audience grows off of that, the audience is
Yeah,
gonna be into what into you and what you're doing. And it's just like other stuff, man.
yeah,
I noticed that in the very beginning with YouTube when I started getting comments and people would ask me stuff and people be like, yeah, man, I watch your videos and such and such. Then I started actually meeting people. Like, yeah, man, I
hmm,
seen your videos. Oh yeah, such and such. Then it went from a few of those every now and then to somebody asking me, like in person, like, hey man, do you make YouTube videos? I'm like, oh, okay. So
yeah,
it's getting out there, and there's a plus and a negative with everything. So,
oh yeah,
but I always understood from the beginning that YouTube, the people that own that company, they know this. They know that some fame comes along with it, no matter how minute or how grandiose it is. Some fame comes along with it, and YouTube
Yeah,
tries to feed people to follow and chase that fame and get more of it. But the first time that they ever demonetized my channel, I was like, oh, okay, I got you. I see what we got going on here. So
yeah,
I knew from that point on, I ain't gonna ever invest too much of my life, myself, or anything in YouTube or my expectations of it, because what I've been doing for so long and I put a lot of time into, I can't never get it back and it can be taken from me. So I need to be looking to make what I've got independent or accept what I'm doing and where I'm doing it at, grow it from there to somewhere else if I want to, or make sure that I can let go of it.
yeah.
And
Have you thought about doing a clothing line?
what
Some clothing lines like sweater, t-shirts, hats, stuff like that.
maybe if I knew a quality of something that I would be interested in being
I was
attached to.
saying, at JPTV 3000 North Dakota winter wear. Keep the wind chill off. They just sell trash bags, bro. Come on now.
Nah, if anything, maybe like some hoodies or something, but it would
Yeah,
have to be like the same hoodies that I already wear, which are
yeah,
I don't know the name of this, but this I've had this hoodie for like 10 years and this sucker hadn't died yet. But so it's
yeah,
gonna be that plus the profit, and then something like that. But I got enough stuff going on. I
yeah.
got enough stuff going on.
Hey, I was just saying because like I never understood why Andrew never came out with a clothing line, just some simple T-shirts. Just like come on, dude. That's money on the table. You're famous as hell off of YouTube and social media. Go ahead and make some more money off of it. Because he said they did monetize him or something like that. That's how you get around that. How do people actually support you?
But you have to give them time, though, man.
Yeah,
It's not like some people, they some people got help doing it, and that's
yeah,
any of them you see, where you see they channel like it started growing, and like you were watching it in the beginning, and then it's like it started catching traction, and it's like it starts taking off in relatively a short period of time, and you looking at what they're doing, and you're like, wait a minute, the heck is the difference between this one and that one? That's because
yeah,
they getting some help with it. It's like
yeah,
this girl that used to do um, traveling in her van videos, and I think some of it is the cross platform promotions. Going between the different platforms because it's not just YouTube. It's TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. Facebook is different because you can self promote on Facebook. Like you can share your stuff on groups on Facebook, but YouTube can see you doing that. And if you ever look at your analytics, you'll see the difference. Like YouTube can tell where your traffic is coming from and what people are watching because that's what they do.
yeah,
That's what's built this company is viewership and watching. They're watching everything. They're watching when you have subscribers from overseas, and if you ever notice I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna say that, but quite a few subscribers from overseas, they'll
yeah,
just have like the letter. A lot of them they just have the letter because
yeah,
most people over here, I know I gotta stop saying most people, but some people over here will have something on their Google account of some kind of picture of some kind. It's just like the same thing with fake accounts on Facebook. It'll just be a random picture that they downloaded off of Google and they're using it as their profile picture to try to tell you that they want to sell you something. But
Yeah.
YouTube is cool. It's just everybody has to know their limits and their boundaries with it, and don't, because it's one thing if you're making money, and I mean you're making money that pays your bills, and it is regularly coming in that pays your bills. But if it ain't paying your bills and putting money in your retirement, and everybody's gonna see stuff differently, and everybody's gonna look at it differently. This is my view on it. Don't get too invested in it, because all of us want YouTube to become this thing, but all of us have to find a balance between how much time we want to invest into this being part of
Mm,
our life and moving on.
yeah.
So I make sure I like making YouTube videos. It's a fun thing. The short films and interviews and stuff with people is what I personally like doing, because it's a challenge to get somebody to say yeah that they'll do an interview, and yeah they'll follow through with it, and then putting it out there when it comes to somebody who's giving me enough of something I can work with to make it into something. They give me some B-roll to work with, the main narrative part, and they can hold a conversation. Because some people be like, yeah, they'll do an interview, but they can't hold a conversation with you. You'll ask them something, they'll just go, yeah, uh-huh, and that's it. But it's because they know in their mind somebody's watching, and it's hard for them to detach from that and just having a conversation with somebody when there's a camera. And you'll see that if you ever seen news people interview people in public. Some people, there's a camera there, they'll freeze, and as soon as the camera goes down or goes away, it's like it never happened. They're just back to talking to you. I've been through that, so
Uh,
it's just one of them learning things, bro. YouTube is a
yeah.
fun thing it's a great time waster, but it can also be a great tool if we use it in a responsible way.
Yeah. I always try and tell people just stay positive. I mean, we as humans always deal with something, no matter where you're from. Everybody got problems. Just try to stay as positive as you can. One dude told me I joke around too much. I was just like, the only reason I joke around is because you don't want me to get serious. So when I get serious, now I'm focusing my attention on you. And that's what not most of these cats don't want. So, I tell people, man, just keep it lighthearted. A buddy of mine, he told me the other week why I don't start doing stand up. I was like, man, I am not finna get booed off a stage for my foul mouth. Ooh. But I will give it a shot one day. I don't know when.
Like, what the
I'll
heck?
predict. Yeah,
Hey man,
I
it's an
mean,
experience, bro. I've never done it, and I was like, if I could think of 5 jokes, spread them out over the course of a conversation. Hey, okay. If it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. I know what to go back and work on.
do I really want to do this? So, that's a video I will upload to YouTube. My very first stand up, very first time doing comedy and getting booed off stage. Yeah, somebody something to laugh about.
Hey man, do some karaoke too. I got a karaoke video I got to upload from like years ago.
Oh, oh, that ain't what you want. Give me 2 shots of tequila, some James Brown. I feel good. Oh, turn the house down.
And that's it, bro. Like, yeah, you do it and have fun with it. Do it and have
Yeah.
fun with it. Cause hey, quite a few people post stuff on, Facebook from time to time. YouTube's the same thing. The only thing difference with the internet is other people can interact and engage with it.
Hmm. Yeah. I need to find me a karaoke bar. I think I still got the chops. I did get booed off stage when I tried out for Nashville Star one time. They
For
were
real?
doing a yeah, they were doing a contest down in Pensacola, Georgia one year when I was in Marine Corps training, and they were at the little bar on base, and they were letting people come out there and try out for Nashville Star. That's when I found out my homeboy he can sing. He looks like a chubby vulture, the Spider-Man villain, the vulture. I got that long hook nose, and he
Yeah.
was bald, white guy. I was like, man, but he could fucking sing. I got up there and sung Honky Tonk Badonkadonk and got booed off stage. I had fun though. I was just like, "What? Hey, none of us can sing because if we could, we'd have record deals. Come on now." But yeah, I want to get back to doing that.
Hold on a minute there. Somebody's pulling up into my yard.
Yeah, if you gotta go, man, you gotta go.
But
I gotta go
let
make me
me
another knife and just keep it moving.
I'll holler at you. I'll
All
holler at
right,
you
man.
later.
All right, you be safe out there, man.
But yeah, yeah, let me go.
All
Let me
right,
go,
I'll
bro.
let you later.
I'll yeah, 'cause they ain't getting out that car that just sitting there. I'll holler at you later, bro.
All right,
To
be
all the
easy.
rest of y'all, appreciate y'all for tuning in, checking out the video. Shout out to all the subscribers, people out there in the comments. Keep your head up and I'll check back with y'all another day. God bless. Peace out. Holler at y'all later. Be safe out here.